You guys always catch me grooming. Welcome to Campfire Quest Tuesday edition. It's Heroes March, everybody. If you like watching heroes and you enjoy seeing them march, you've come to the right place, because Heroes March, a lot of that is what happens. Today, the heroes that are marching are the people seated around the table. If you could see the nasty table that I'm seated at, and it's so funny to think of them sitting there and looking at me over the piles of boxes and crap. But virtual tables, they're right here. And by now you can probably see them all. What's up, virtual table friends?
I'm
What's
virtual.
Hello.
Hello.
We're
I'm
not
virtually
real.
good.
We're a
I'm
figment of
fake.
your imagination.
And correction, it is Heroes September now.
Oh, crap.
Oh my god.
I've been writing Heroes March on all my checks.
Oh,
Oh.
come on, Jason.
I hope that means I can't cash them. I'll have a lot of money in the bank.
There you go.
Let's see. Well, you know what? We've got a lot of things going on in the world, and we don't talk about any of them here. That's what Twitch is all about. That's what Dungeons and Dragons is all about. And if there is a time to be serious, we'll take a moment. We'll be serious. We're not afraid to do it. Today, just not the day. Instead, today's the day. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Today is the day to damage my earlobes with earbuds.
Yeah.
Actual name? Ear tort. Never mind. That's not a good name. Look, I got a little box of questions.
Oh, heck yeah. Is this our Round the
Nice.
Campfire section?
Yeah. We're going to do Round the Campfire. We're going to do it before we start our show, so that when we come back to the show, it's plot related. This is one of the times within the first 10 or 15 days that the adventurers know each other, where they had time to sit and have a discussion, and some things came up about them. And I'm just going to randomly choose one of these cards. It's pretty exciting. I feel like Nils is here, or Celine.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. It's not a coaster, it's a question. So I'm asking each of you as players to answer this question as your character. What? Here we go. We're going to pick a question, and it's going to be not one about places that you couldn't possibly answer. It's going to be... Okay, you players know that your characters occasionally in their dreams dream about our television shows. So in that context, what are some differences in the way people are portrayed on TV and how they're... This is a terrible question. Let's pick up better.
I got really excited because I thought I was gonna have to pick out Nala's favorite TV show.
That would have been... That would have been like an infinitely better question. Boy, these guys...
Kind of like how we did our playlists, but, with TV.
We all did our playlists.
Yeah.
Are these all bad, Jason?
Maybe you can come up with a question.
Look, when I randomly drew 3 or 4, 1 or 2 of them were pretty good. So, no, no.
Alrighty.
Quality content right here.
Okay. None of these at all. Shame on whoever made these. Good conversations, questions, and topics. Lies. Your company should be called "Shut Up, I Suck." Because
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
I know.
We're burning bridges.
I mean, the show is proud to present this fun family game. We get $1 for everyone sold, so please make sure to reach out and use the code CampfireQuest. Says "fuck you" to everybody at questionsandtopics.com.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I feel just kind of really let down because those questions were all bad, but maybe it wasn't their fault. Here's the real question, players who are in charge of characters. Your characters are being asked, what was one of the most embarrassing days that you can recall?
Oh, no.
Good question.
And
I'd
also,
like to know as well.
as you answer these things, keep in mind that your character is going to answer the answer they would answer in public, not you giving away some secret that they wouldn't give in public. Because I know that my embarrassing day is one that I will never talk about again, but if I had to talk about it, I'd pick number 7 or 8 on my list of most embarrassing days. I can speak
Right.
that one without falling
Now
into
we know.
shame. Okay, here's what happened. I was riding my bike, and we're gonna go roll for initiative, players, and let's see.
Oh yeah.
That's such a high initiative modifier.
Be sure to add that dex and anything else that you get based on your race, class, and general goodness. If you want to use an inspiration
Baseline.
you got saved up for any reason, I don't
First
think you
roll
can
of
do
the
it for
day.
this.
And I got a nat 20.
All right.
What?
So go ahead and say them, and you guys put yourselves in order, and then start answering.
10.
14.
Oh, also 14.
I got a
Yeah.
9.
Oh.
You have a higher dex than I do.
I have a
so-
+4, yeah. And then what do you get, Parker?
So
I got a 9.
So
Kayla, Char, Lisa, me, Parker.
I feel like if I get a 20, that means I get to go last, so I have the most time to think about it.
No.
And action.
I'm gonna hold.
Uh,
I'm gonna hold my.
good call.
Okay, alright. Well, I thought that was very good reasoning, but
Dang.
It's right now.
why would you do this to me? Nala's most embarrassing moment, one of her most embarrassing moments was she was working in her parents' little armory shop, you know, where they sell swords and things.
As one does.
As one does.
Mhm.
And this person she had a crush on came in, and she was like, oh shit. She got very nervous, and then she knocked down the entire display.
Just like a full suit of fucking armor.
Yeah,
Aw.
it all just, it was very loud. Clink, 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 like you can imagine.
That's so funny.
So then she tried to like leave very quickly, you know, like leave the door so she could go for, you know, clear her head. But the door had one of those chain locks on it, so it bounced right back and hit her in the head. It was a low moment.
That's amazing.
That's
Or Nala.
Will she ever recover?
no. Her ego was very hurt.
Permanent scarring.
Yeah.
Well, I felt that pain just a little bit, and I'm sorry Nala had to go through that. Reef, if you want to check our tags and make sure that we're tagged and in the right categories and attracting the potential right people, that would be cool, just to make sure. And next in the lineup is
Char.
Me. So embarrassing stories.
Frez. You poor goblin. What has happened to you?
Well, obviously, with the art of performing, there are gonna be good days and there are gonna be bad days. Plenty of good days, sure. One of the bad days is something I can definitely remember. It's on the tip of my brain.
You remember it so clearly.
Yeah. Well, okay. So some things, big fan of improv. It's always fun, but obviously some things need to be scripted. But if you're doing something that's scripted and you can't remember the lines, it kind of looks, it's a little unprofessional. And just saying that when, like, the people that live in my village, very kind, very understanding, respectful people. But there was a large caravan coming through. So we had a packed stage, like normally 10 to 30. Tonight, over 100 people. It was insane. There are people in the trees. It was insane. This is my first night playing for this many people. It's crazy. Stood up on stage, completely forgot my lines. Let's just say that I don't put tomatoes on things anymore. After that night, I can't take it. I just can't take it. But we grow from there. We grow.
Bro.
But not tomatoes, which you literally have an aversion to now from that night, is what you're telling us.
Yeah, just a teeny bit of one. Yeah,
Nice.
We're going to encounter tomatoes today.
I've done that to us. Yeah.
Not today necessarily, but I've certainly put it on an index card that goes at the back of a file. So we'll keep that for later.
Oh, no.
And I love these questions. I love even the crappy questions bring out great stuff. Hey to Zoe out there in the chat and possibly
Zoe.
even logging
Come on,
in as
Zoe.
Campfire Quest and adding tags for us. 'Cause she just can't let us flounder without coming and helping, and that's why we love her, and we're so appreciative always of her amazing hard work.
OG.
And boy, doesn't the gang miss Zoe? That seems like a decade ago, and it was mere months, I believe. Mere months.
She's been subscribed for 16 months.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That's pretty good.
You know, when you hit 20, you get like a laptop. We're gonna have to really send out a.
That's fucking funny.
Well, Zoe's here to hear more about what exactly what we're doing, and our characters right now are answering a question around the campfire. Questions around the campfire in character form. So characters. Frez shared his shame, and it seems like now it's Dingum.
It's Lisa first. Hold on, it's Shell. Don't you skip.
No,
Shell.
no, I'm
Give me
pretty
a-
sure it's definitely
No.
Shell,
No. I remember.
Chell's holding her action. Wait,
Can't deny
Chell
it.
is taking the hide action at this point.
Ooh.
I guess you can roll against perception, but damn.
I'm trying to think of what would actually ever make Chell feel embarrassed to begin with.
I do have one. I am prepared. If I'll go first. If you want more time.
Okay, I'm like 90% there.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. So, I'm Dingholm, and I'd say my most embarrassing moment would have to be when, well, I experienced my most embarrassing moment pretty much every day for my entire life, which was anytime I had to do manual labor with the giants. You know,
Aw.
they're all significantly older than me and can carry like hundreds of pounds. You know, I can only carry, at most like 50, 60 pounds when I'm younger. I certainly tried to work out to help, but there's no way I'm lifting 150, 200 pounds worth of coal or even like 100 pounds of wheat. I can't do that. So anytime I walked to the donation bucket with my 20 pounds of coal and then someone dropped 150 pounds on top of that, embarrassing.
Maybe you should get better.
Well, I like that idea, but I'm not sure I can do that with just rocks. That's all I have to lift.
We gotta get you an
If you have
exercise set.
If you have a P90X disc or maybe like a some sort of master class on working out, I'd love it.
Rocks, logs, and you. Well, Dingham, your shame is one that I think we've all felt before when trying to load up coal by hand, and everyone around you dwarfs the load of coal that you're able to carry. There's nothing but shame associated with that. I think you're a brave human for enduring all that time with those giants, your parents, your giant guardians, if you will.
Thank you.
Big hearts. Light on the patience, I believe, but I wasn't there. I'm sure you can tell us more about that in the future. Here on a future episode of we had what was the what did you just text a second ago, Parker? Or was that just the name of the cards?
Questions for the questers? Questions for your questers.
Questions for your questers. Never mind, that's a product name, trademarked. You'll be able to purchase cards that are very similar to these, except they won't suck, and they'll be specific to asking D&D questions. The thing that we're in the middle of is definitely something like questions around the campfire. And I think we'll be clipping this out and making this its own little small episode that you'll be able to watch. So we'll have like one day 50 of these that you'll be able to just pour through, and you'll hear me talking about it on number 3 with 50 more in front of you. Boy, that's exciting for you.
Heck yeah.
Congratulations on hearing the good news from me. I'm such a nice guy for telling you
Yeah.
that that's happening.
What a good guy.
We're just winners all around. High five. Boom. Chell, I believe you've got some shame. No matter how far back you've got to go,
Okay.
there was some, whatever Chell would perceive as shame.
So, in character, oh boy. So, when I was young, I had my head full of all these adventure stories that I had read and was so set on being a hero and looking after the people in my neighborhood on the streets. And one day I was down in the market, and this produce vendor I knew was so distressed and was yelling, "My cart! They've stolen my cart!" and was gesturing. And I immediately leapt into action because nobody's going to mess with the people in my block. Ran down, jumped in front of the horses and upturned the cart before they could get away, and turned to see the vendor saying, "No, not that cart, that one." And the poor man in his buggy said, "My cabbages," and was so upset. And boy, was my face red. And whew, was I ever glad to make my stealth check that day.
Oh, that's really good.
Okay, there you go. The end.
That is good.
I'm going to work in as many Airbender references as I can.
You're certainly getting there.
Not my cabbage corp.
We probably just keep running into that same poor sap. Let's see. We've heard some embarrassing things today. It's like an episode of The Office, but the English version. You get a little awkward up in here. We're not done though. We have one last awkward tale to hear, I believe. So what did our tabaxi find to be an embarrassing moment and have to deal with?
Well, when I was just a kitten,
A wee kitten.
I used to always run around in the cave and try and climb on the walls. Because, as one does. And one day, while I was trying to climb the walls, my hand got stuck in a crevice in the wall when I was halfway up. And I was just dangling there for 3 hours. Nobody came to come and get me. But it's okay. I survived off of the bugs that came crawling down my arm. So, it wasn't that embarrassing, but it was still not pleasant.
That sounds pretty terrible. Who eventually saved you?
Oh, my arm just kind of wiggled out.
So then the embarrassment was that you had to see yourself in that position.
Basically, I kind of just spit on my hand until it got loose enough for me to take it out.
Huh. That's a lot like a movie that I saw that had a much different ending for the person.
Sounds like you need to trim your claws.
Probably. It was a good time, though. Tasty bugs.
I'm reminded of that episode of The Simpsons where Homer's got his hand up inside the vending machine and he's stuck and he can't get it out. And when the firemen finally come after he gets found, they call the fire department and they come and they're taking it apart and looking inside. And one of them says, "Homer, are you still holding onto the can? Just let go." He lets go and his hand comes out.
Oh my god. Of course.
So sorry, Alice. That sounds terrible.
Mhm.
Did that have anything to do with your love of bugs, or were you already a bug aficionado at that point?
No, it did, you know. I mean, ever since I was a young cat, you know, we've always eaten bugs. You know, there's not much to come around these days. Not very rich. Not many places to bombard for food. We're nowhere
this
near any
economy.
farms.
In
No
this economy,
cattle. In this economy, can't even fathom. So we usually just eat bugs. Sometimes the occasional mouse or rat will run into the cave, but not as of late, considering. That's it.
Very good. Very, very good.
It's very easily.
Yeah. What was that? 5 of 5 insightful stories into embarrassing moments based on a question from the future product you can buy. Questions for your questers. Brought to you by Campfire Quest. Available. Well, I guess we'll do a Kickstarter and see if we can milk some money out of you guys that way.
Alrighty.
Oh gosh, there we go.
I quit.
Yeah, I got one milking joke, and all of a sudden nobody wants to play Dungeons and Dragons. That's a shame too,
No.
because there were going to be a lot of cows today, and they were going to need milking.
well,
Damn.
No. Shell draw
No?
us a
ain't
line
that
with
just
that.
the way?
Instead, we're having burgers. All right, let's roll that intro because we're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh, yeah.
Group frame, all of us.
Hey.
There's no special Jason time. All right. Well, I'm the DM, Jason Gillette, and surrounding me are my BFFs for the next 2.5 hours, and we're going to play a game for the rest of our lives. And
Yeah.
we're about to play a game called Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to use the 5th edition. We're going to modify it somewhat anytime that I forget the rules, and otherwise we're going to be using 5th edition as we play this game. Last we were together, our adventurers left the outpost town, a tent city, if you will, a walled outpost called the Monster's Maw. They left with a contract to hunt down and kill one single alligator bison. Their job, skin it, bring back the pelt, receive your reward of 20 gold pieces, which is, pretty cool. And they did that. They did that and more, killing 2. Yeah, that's right, 2 alligator bison, leaving their corpses on the ground where, when they found them, they seem to be feasting on other corpses. So there are corpses all over this bloody battlefield. And,
Yeah.
our
Don't
adventurers are
Get any
standing
ideas, Alice?
covered in some of that gore and enjoying the sweet smell of victory, which is the smell of not being dead, as they stand
Yeah.
atop their
Gator bison poop.
as they stand atop the gator bison poop and look amongst their fallen foes. I'll hand the reins over to you, fine adventurers, and let you tell us what happens next.
Oh,
What I mean is, action.
Yeah.
that was pretty terrifying. I'm glad we got rid of
Terrifying.
them.
That was amazing. We were all like, yeah. And then you were like, oh, inspiring. And then the dragon girl shot fire like a dragon. And
There
And what was that
that was pretty
bell?
cool. Good question.
We
What
did
was
it.
that?
We did it!
We
Hooray!
did it. We did it.
Celebratory
I'll go
backflip.
over to
Yeah.
the gator bison, and I'm gonna try and start skinning one of them.
Okay, before you do,
Whoa.
I'm gonna have Frez roll an
Not wasting any
acrobatics
time.
check, please.
Let's go.
Cool.
Oh, that's stupid token. Let's go. I got a 13.
Well,
Fail.
let's say that you definitely succeeded in what you're trying to do. You did not wow yourself. You know what a quality performance from yourself feels like,
Yeah.
and what you did was recover before you embarrassed yourself.
Well, you know what? I still bow. Okay, on to whoever. Sorry.
Got some
Oh, no, sorry.
applause.
On to whoever.
I would like to check the bodies to see what they have.
So let's see. Who would like to help? Is there anybody that would like to help Alice as the skinning begins? And is there anybody that would like to help Dingholm as the corpse investigation begins?
Yeah, Joe would have nothing to do with cleaning dead animals.
I can help with the
She's
cleaning.
The only thing she's cleaning is her cutlasses, because they've got bison gator blood on them. So probably checking the carnage, the dead bodies, and looking first of all for like a piece of cloth to wipe her blades off with, but also seeing what's going on there. Like, who are these bodies, and they got anything good?
Gotcha. Nala, and I'm gonna put all of you to motion and start having you roll various die, and you can do it physically or on D&D Beyond or whatever your preference. But before we do, I'd like to check in with Nala. Is there something you'd like to do during this time period? A group you'd like to be working with, or?
I think Nala wants to try helping with the skinning. That part. Not necessarily doing it, but I think she's intrigued by how that would happen.
All right, let me tell you how I envision the skinning going down, and then we're gonna move to corpses, and we're not actually gonna do the skinning yet. I'm just gonna tell you how I envision it. I envision there being two beasts that you brought down. One of them is named A and the other B, and each of them is going to be skinned by one of you. And it seems like Nala is going to be offering advice and help to one of you. So one of you, either Alice or Frez, can get a advantage on your roll, and that advantage can come in two ways. And I'm happy with either one. Nala can roll, and you can roll, and you can pick the highest one, or Nala can just give you the advantage, and you can roll both of them. You have to just call it beforehand so we know what's happening, and we will try to recover these 20 gold piece pelts, skins from these two creatures. And after that, I'm gonna now, or before that even happens, so stew in that for just a minute. My corpse investigators. I can imagine totally what Chell is doing. It's really a little bit of focus on looking for that piece of fabric, and then also seeing what you can see as you look around, but without getting your hands dirty necessarily.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Accurate. And Dingham, you are. What's your style when you come across a couple of mauled up corpses? Are you sticking your hands in the organs, or is this new for you and you're not? I just need to kind of get a feel for what we're dealing with from Dingham.
This is very new, so he's kind of using like his sword to like flip things over and like touching clothing, like moving things without trying to touch it as much as possible.
Okay. Then based on, and I appreciate that. That sounds like even what I pictured. Although I didn't know a lot about what Dingham's past entailed, I can picture that this is not This is not a standard day. Did not expect to see intestine, and yet here we are. Okay, so then I'm gonna have when it's time, and I'll let you know when I'd like to go and do this. We're gonna have each of you roll your own investigation roll to see what you can see based on what was left by the two critters that are currently being skinned. Is that cool? And did I miss anybody's asks? Okay, then let's go through this, and then you can see if there's anything else you want to poke around in. Let's go live to the people skinning gator bison.
Yeah.
Boy, gator bison boots are really nice, and somebody is going to make a lot of boots if you do your job right here. Now, I'm a little excited to tell you that I'm not going to be giving you any leeway in the thing that you're rolling here, because I don't know enough to change my mind. So for this first one, I have decided that we are going to be doing a my goodness, where did it go, folks?
Medicine.
No,
Survival.
hold on.
Survival,
Survival.
nature.
No,
I'm just naming random things.
no. I got a whole list. I had
Gun.
Gun.
gun. Roll for gun.
Animal handling.
Animal handling.
I've
Does it count
always
if
liked.
they're
I think
dead?
I think Matt Mercer is the one who uses survival when there's skinning involved, and I do like that.
That works.
Works for me.
For a survival roll, one of you is going to have advantage. And Nala, can you tell us who it's going to be and how they're getting that advantage? It's either Frez, your goblin friend, or your tabaxi buddy Alice.
I don't know who has the highest. That's cheating.
We could
Alice.
just say, yeah, that's
Alice, because I feel like she's feral.
She's feral.
She'd be like good at it.
fair.
Okay. So are you going to be rolling that second die, or are you going to let Alice handle both of them?
That's all, Alice.
All right. Alice rolling 2 and Frez rolling a single. Let's find out what that survival roll is for each.
Yeah.
And just FYI, Frez, you're on A, just based on the way I have you laid out, and our good friend Alice is on B.
I got a 19.
I got a 15.
I am so proud of both of you.
Yes.
I am really genuinely so proud of both of you. Frez, we're talking about skinning an animal, so there's a lot of opportunities for me to make jokes about this, but skinny your teeth, buddy. Skinny your teeth. Way to pull it out. Here's how this goes down. With the 19 that you rolled, Alice, you have, well, I want to call it a pelt, because there is what seems to be a little bit of fur in between the scales.
Gross.
It's an odd combination of scale and fur. So the bristle that's coming out on a 19 and a 20, you're able to recover every solitary bristle. You have never dealt with the people that buy the products from you. You've never brought a contract back to the city of the Monster's Maw.
Right.
So you don't know exactly how this equates in gold, but you are very pleased with what you've got. You've got every little bit of the pelt, and all of the bristles are intact.
I would also like to say that she spent some extra time going through the organs and like the insides and trying to find the most edible. And she's also gonna take like the intestines. She's just gonna take all of the bits that she thinks are gonna be useful. Like she's gonna empty out the stomachs and use it as bags and like make fucking kidney soup and stuff. Just do with that as you will.
I will. I've already got 2 rolls I'm going to ask you for. They're going to go back to back real quick. They're not going to take a lot of time, everybody, and they'll let us get to the bottom of all that. Before we do, if I could keep it, I'm gonna go in a little order here. Back to Frez. Frez, your 15 that you rolled gives you a full pelt, full pelt without any loss of area. So you've got the whole big thing. It's a little stinky. You're not unaccustomed to this smell because, well, the world that you live in. Not because of your background, just all of you work around animals being cut up and served as dinner and things like that.
We're in a stinky world.
It's a stinky place. It's a stinky, stinky place.
Eee.
And your pelt's in great shape. I will say that you have a few places where bristles came off. They got pulled with the flesh through the scales when they came out. It didn't happen in many places, maybe 3 or 4 places where bristles got pulled through. But the area, mwah, très magnifique, all there as far as area on the skin goes. What are you guys gonna do for storing? Do you have any input on how you'd want to carry these back to the base?
They're pretty fucking big, right? Like they're huge.
Yeah, I would say it's like a giant Oriental rug. I can say that.
So then probably just like Alice is probably just gonna be like, I bet we could hold on, what's British sound like?
Hello.
Hello, I bet we could just put some on one shoulder and the other side on the other shoulder and carry it around,
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So your plan is to roll these up like long crepes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's just say that doesn't take you any effort, and as part of your survival role is the fact that you can not only pull the pelt, you can also tend to it afterwards and roll it up and salt the areas that need salting. So you're good to go for travel, depending on how you're going to deal with these large things. Let's leave them there. And Alice, we are not done with you going through some guts and organs, I promise. There's 2 specific roles you're going to go for. And then Frez, when he's watching you do that, can decide what he would like to do. I'm going to go ahead and get the role that I threatened the other 2 of you with. Chell and Dingham, if you could go ahead and give me the investigation roll with whatever your normal roll would be. Nothing special, no extras, but you're each kind of scanning the area.
I got a 7.
I'm not adding anything to my investigation.
It's a check, so whatever your normal Oh, you know what? You've got a plus on everything now, no matter what
I do.
no matter what the skill is.
Oh yeah,
+1.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, go bards! Woot woot!
Chill
Watch
is
me
not-
be a bard tomorrow on the Wednesday episode of Campfire
Oh yeah,
Quest.
I got 18.
nice. I got a 7. Chell's not the brightest bulb.
You know, I'm gonna say Chell saw fabric, but let me just start to paint a picture with the blood that you're seeing, Chell. There is so much ichor that comes out of a human when they're opened up, and all of it seems to have soaked into the cloth and clothing that these poor bastards were wearing. You can't get a handle on who, how many, what. Sometimes you're not sure if a limb is. You can't even tell species in some cases or races in some cases. It's not pleasant. They're mangled and mashed and torn, and that's about all you can get with your 7. Again, it's not that you don't see fabric. You don't see any fabric that would dry off your cutlasses because they're all soaked. So you're not finding the thing that you need. Dingham,
Gross.
you have, yeah, definitely a little bit overwhelming, or at least smelly. Dingham, you've got a bit of a different take on this, and your 18 gives you some insight into what was here before it all went so south. And what you are able to make out are 4 different corpses. And even though that they're in multiple pieces, you're probably seeing 12 different chunks and then some little bits and pieces here and there. You're able, with your brain, to put everything together like a puzzle. You do a little Sherlocking, and you deduce that there are 4 different corpses here, and you can even tell, because you got above a 15, that there is a human that was probably a female. There were 2 tritons, and that was a tough one because you kept coming up with one big triton but then you realized, because you saw a couple of matching parts that there shouldn't be two of, that this was indeed two Triton. And both of them seem to be male. And there is a gnome, a small little gnome that was clad in black. And the gnome is mostly in one piece, except for a limb. The rest are broken up into smaller chunks. But this little gnome, definitely no longer with us, but not as divided.
Okay.
Let's say that your role there, your investigation, was to
Mhm.
take in the scene and see if you could figure out what was going on.
Okay.
You haven't investigated any specific corpses or anything, or the pile of corpses, but you did indeed do a really good job of doing a little CSI job and piecing together the carnage in front of you. I'll add
Yeah.
a thing. The problem that you had with the Triton, it was the duplicate. As I mentioned, it was the duplicate of limbs and pieces that you were getting confused by. Each of the Triton males had a ring on their same hand, and they look
Okay.
like matching gold wedding bands.
Gotcha.
And that's not because you investigated the bodies. That's because you saw that while you were trying to piece everything together.
Gotcha.
It would be fair for me also with 18 to say that the Tritons were the fabric that they were wearing was mostly torn off, and there were some leather bits on each of them, and it looked like they wore leather tunics and trousers, well worn leather that bends easy, like a suede almost. Kit, as I mentioned, the gnome, as I mentioned, was wearing all black. Sorry, I hiccuped. Was wearing all black, and the female human was wearing what looks like gray or white robes, but they were obviously soaked through with blood. It was the redness of the blood that let you know that the fabric that it soaked into was a light color, white or cream.
Okay. All right.
So you two have a pile of corpses, and you two have skinned critters, skinned gator bisons.
Yeah.
Um,
What? Hey.
Are there any questions from the corpse lookers before I go tie up a loose end?
I wanna stop looking and I wanna start looting.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think with my role that I would see much, but that was also my purpose.
I'm comfortable with this because Chell would see somebody else looting, and whether you had a good idea of what the corpse pile is made up of, you would also lean down and start looking specifically for things. So that's totally okay. The same way I would expect Frez to maybe take some initiative based on what he saw his buddy doing. Alice and Nala, you guys are standing over the guts of a skinned alligator bison.
Yeah.
And this scene is not something that is new to you, but I would like to describe that you're looking at a well-muscled creature, and that's really directly what you're looking at, the muscles, the musculature that goes over the skeleton and even covers up a lot of the organs that will be inside the cavity that can be opened up. When you skin the creature, you don't perform a full autopsy. You're not into the opening up the cavity, because that's not part of the deal. If you were going to eat these, if you wanted to turn them into meat, then you have to release the offal. You have to get rid of all of the guts and the viscera, yeah, that's inside, and spill that onto the ground and leave it.
Guts.
Ew.
So it sounds like
Nickelodeon show.
Alice is trying
What a
to
show.
open up that cavity. So we're going to do, there's two rolls that I told you I was going to ask for. And the first one is going to be an additional survival check, and then a investigation check back to back. Oh, and Nala can help with one of those.
Did you help with the survival?
You can ask her for any help that you want, but you have to
No.
ask.
Hey, yeah.
Oi, Nala.
Can help, please? Sure.
Wait,
Southern
don't you wanna help us out instead?
Sorry,
I'll-
Shelby.
No, but wait.
Oh,
I'll give you
yes.
stuff. I'll give you
There's
items.
that
I'll give you items.
I got a
You'll get
15 on the survival.
monetary
with
value.
Nala's help. With her pointing at things for
This
me.
is so on.
Is this
rude.
right? Do you think this is the way to do it?
Yes, first. Yeah, sure. That looks right.
Should I put my knife here?
No. Yes.
Here? This one or this one?
Why don't you close your eyes? No, British. Close your eyes and then, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I got a 15 for the first one.
Nice. So you got a 15 on the survival check, which was totally what was necessary. You were able to empty out the entire cavity and have access to all of the contents of the body. You have what, if you saw Rocky, you know what he goes into the meat locker and beats up. You've
Yeah.
essentially got an oversized one of those, a pile of steamy organs, and a rolled up carpet that used to be the skin of this thing. And you might think I'm kidding, but this makes me want to barbecue, and I'm hungry. I would put this thing on the grill and barbecue it up.
That sounds great.
Yeah, but it tastes like chicken. You just know it does.
Yeah.
There's a second roll that I'm going to get you to do without any help at this point, Alice. We're now going to do the investigation of offal. And am I using that incorrectly? I think I might be. Offal might be poop.
I got a 5.
Hold on, I have to relearn something. No, it's... Yeah, organ meats. Offal. Good. It's just poop because that's how I feel about organ meats. No, I heard. Yeah, it's a 5. That's a shame. Especially if you could see what's in the book. Oh, you'd be so disappointed.
No, I want to see what's
I
in
took
the
a
book.
screenshot. I took a screenshot.
You saw
Show it.
I put a cheat sheet of all the
Oh,
Nice.
That's a
all the
good
skills.
idea.
Yeah. I don't have a DM screen anymore because that's just not how it's working. Go away, spam. Go away, potential spam. Sorry, everybody. Let's see. So a 5. Alice, you've got everything that you've ever wanted. You've got handfuls of guts. They are odorific. They stay together in the way that you're accustomed to. You can see the categories, the intestine versus the liver versus the lungs are huge in these beasts.
Wow.
And I wouldn't say that you discover anything that you wouldn't expect to discover inside of a creature.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I've got some new bags and some food.
Well, no, not really. You didn't recover those things.
Can I shove stuff in my bag?
Yes, you can have all the offal you want. It's not in great shape because of the way that you went through it and investigated it. There was some, you got to imagine with that score that you did a little bit of damage.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That doesn't mean that Alice isn't pleased.
Oh, I have a feeling kibbles and bits and fancy feast and victuals and all kinds of, it's happening. That's a happy cat.
Giblets.
Oh, Thanksgiving will be here before you know it. Giblet City. Go ahead, Frez. What were you about to say?
Oh, I was going to say, you were talking about how like, if Frez saw Alice looking through the body, he might think to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about making some sort of, or looking into seeing if I can see some kind of physical evidence of that, like, creature morphing we heard about. Like, because this is a gator and a bison, and there's that, like, hole So I was thinking if there's any way I can like, or just like see some sort of evidence of that procedure taking place.
I love your question, and I would let you choose a nature or a medicine check. Either one of those you could roll, and you could
I
pick.
will roll a nature check.
Well, when a gator and a bison love each other very much.
Well, I got a 4, so
It comes back to life and kills you.
all right, I'm gonna make a new character.
No, you have a hard time discerning anything from this creature. It seems very much like a standard creature, just in some odd shapes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your corpse?
I mean, no, not that I can think of now.
Okay. That is going to leave us with the human corpse hunters, and I believe they were about to do another investigation. This one's very specific.
Oh.
Or maybe I know Dingle masked, and I think that we'd talked about how Chell was going to.
Is this for looting? Yeah.
Yeah. Get on the looting train.
12.
There are the 4 corpses, and I guess I'm going to Triton, Gnome, and Human. Which, if you were calling 2, which 2 would you be calling? Let's try and do it that way, maybe.
Maybe 1 Triton, 1 human.
Okay. Yeah, the gnome was mostly intact, so Chell would definitely be wanting to check that one first. And then,
Okay. And it looks like you get the other Triton.
Yay.
Okay.
They're pretty tore up.
Yeah, in a big way. I would like to have the other 3 of you just kind of let me know. No, never mind. You had a big job. That's a big job. I don't think you have time to come and help the corpse hunters. The skinning and the gutting and all that really takes time. So I'll let you stay in that place as that action plays out in our heads. It's everything you could hope for. But the other 2 of you, I'm going to go ahead and let you do your investigation roll, and we'll do one at a time. Please tell me which of the 2 you're investigating, and then roll that investigation die, and we'll do one for each.
Okay.
Prematurely rolled. I had rolled a 12.
Do you want to flip a coin for which of your 2, or do you want to pick? Because I would let you pick either way.
I'll say that was for the gnome, I guess. I'm not going to roll well on investigation, I don't think.
That's how all our characters were in the last campaign.
Okay, then let me describe based on your 12. And I love to point this out, especially early in a campaign and at least 3 times a session. 10 is average, 10 is human, 10 is what we can do after studying just a little bit. It's what we're capable of. 11, that's impressive. That's the person in class that makes you look bad. That's the person that you want to team up with so that you can let them take the lead on the web design. That's the Emily Ray that was in the program when I was going through. You guys,
11 is Emily Ray.
I'm telling you, 12 and 13 and 14, we're going superhuman. There's like a pretty steep arc that occurs on the other side of 10. You did not roll subhuman. You did not roll less than what is expected. You rolled above a 12. That doesn't give you access to everything. There's layers of excellence, and each layer allows you to locate more and more. But you were able to find 4. These are little pieces of metal, and they're shaped like stars. They have 4 points.
Ooh.
And do you think you would know what these are? They behave just like darts in the.
I think
what we use them.
if there's like a slight chance that Chell would recognize what that is because of her background, but I don't think they would have been a regular part of like her arsenal.
there's two what look like short swords, but they're not because it's not a blade at the center. It's more, or it's not a thick and long blade. It's more like a rod in the center with two big U shape, and it looks like they're held together and used when fighting.
Is this
And
Noma
you,
Ninja?
in this realm, would know them as sais, but I don't know if your character would know that's what they're called.
I mean, I don't think so, but I don't know within this setting if that's common.
4 throwing stars, 2 sais,
And a partridge in a pear tree.
You find the other thing, and this is the last that you find on this individual, is a bundle of things that are tied together. They include a fork and a spoon and a little salt shaker. And the salt shaker has a head where you turn it to open up the salt hole and shake, and then you turn the head to close it. And it's currently closed and all tied and bundled together.
Nice. Yoink.
Let's jump over to Dingham to choose the first of the 2 Christmas presents to open.
Dingham!
Which of your corpses are you going to investigate first?
Let me do the Triton first.
Okay, roll for Triton investigation.
16.
Okay. Pick a number. No, odds or evens. Pick odds or evens.
Evens.
Okay. There's a trident that is hard to miss. That you'd find that almost no matter what. A very large trident held by a Triton. It is not ornate. It's not a special metal. It is a metal and wood combination, and it looks like a formidable weapon, but it doesn't look special in any way. The gold ring that you saw before, and coin. You got a bag of coin hanging off of a torso that still has a belt on it, and the coin includes, get ready to write it down because you own 9 gold pieces, which is a fortune, 11 silver, what the hell, 8 copper. There it is.
Yeah.
Prez did the wrong thing. Say that much.
And that concludes what you're able to find on this male Triton. I'll leave you there polishing your trident and counting your coin. And the gold ring. I already mentioned it, but that's on there too, and I imagine you take ownership.
I'm leaving it.
Leaving the gold ring? Back to Chell. Chell, you've got the other Triton that you're investigating.
Oh, yeah. Let's
So go ahead and roll for that individual's whatever you locate.
Wah, wah. I got a 6.
A 6?
I might vaguely notice that there's a trident there, or a Triton, a corpse, a body.
I would say that you didn't have the same gold ring noticing that Dingham did, so you don't see the gold ring on yours. You also don't see that or that or that, but you do see a very obvious net. There's a net that is weighted, and it looks like it's the kind of thing that we've seen gladiators use in movies from time to time. A weapon that's used to immobilize a enemy so that you can either capture them or kill them while they're stuck.
Huh. Look at this. Didn't do them a lot of good against these gator bison, but interesting.
When you pick it up, there's a leg from the shin down attached to it. It
like
falls out when you
shakes it up, like throwing, like when your cats are wrapped up in your sheets. You're just like, get out.
That is it for what you find on your Triton bits and pieces that you're able to piece together. And that leaves us with one last corpse to take a close look at while Frez and Alice and Nala finish their last investigation that we went over already. And that is going to be Dingham taking a look at the human female, the corpse of the human woman who is wearing white or cream or tan colored robes.
10.
That is very human of you. Very human.
Yes.
What'd you roll then? What's your modifier on that?
I rolled a 7. I have a +3.
Okay. Two things. You locate a little bundle that has a fork and a knife and a spoon all bundled up. And there's a little shaker as well. This one seems, when you take a close look at it, open it, contains peppercorns. And when you twist it, pepper comes out. So you've got a tied up silverware set and a little pepper grinder. And
Okay.
the other thing that you found, the clothing that was attached to the torso that you were moving had an odd texture, and you thought there were some buttons that you were going to be able to pull off. But you flip the fabric and you don't see any buttons. And you pull out a blade of some sort that you keep on you, I imagine. Do you have a blade? Yeah, and you cut a couple stitches, and 3 gold coins come out. It looks like the individual had 3 gold coins stitched in their hem. Could you give me a quick intelligence roll? Bingham?
Yeah. 12.
You get the sense that the 3 gold coins are an emergency fund so that you can buy your way, the individuals could buy their way back into the monster's maw. You know that if you fail in your attempt to fill your contract, you can't get back in unless you have 3 gold pieces to get back in. And it looks like these people have, it looks like this individual had an emergency fund sewn into their clothes so that they would always be able to get back in if they needed.
Right.
That was very intelligent of you. I must have wanted to tell you that.
Thank you.
So, gang, you've done well. You've looted corpses. You've skinned critters.
Yeah.
And, I would like to say that when you left this morning, it was kind of early, and you traveled quite a bit to get here. This wasn't a short walk. You even spent a little bit of time at a hub, an area where people that want to hunt creatures in the God's Anvil area usually stop and check in, or at least maybe stop and get the word on the day and see if there's any news. You walked all the way there, went all the way out a little bit further, located your quarry, and killed them. It's afternoon. You're tired, maybe a little hungry, but you feel accomplished. And at the same time, you might feel a little bad, depending on who you are. You literally looted corpses of adventurers that left today on an adventure like yours, one that started with pulling a placard off of a wall and handing it to somebody. And they went after the exact same quarry you did and fell to it before you arrived. Could have been a fate that you'd shared had your fight not gone as well as it did.
LOL.
Could get good. Huh?
I'm not sure if you're picturing the scene, but you're finishing up what all of you are doing, and each of you has a gruesome job. And so
Yeah.
there are hands being wiped on breeches, hands being wiped on sleeves and on the ground and the grass, and people are starting to get the gore off of themselves after digging in. And that's when you hear in the distance, that's when you hear off to the side, rustling in one of the bushes, and emerging
Oh man.
and walking towards you is
wow.
a goblin who is dressed in all black clothes.
My friend.
All of his clothes are black and tight and tied tightly around the waist, and the head is covered in a kind of hood. And as he walks out of the clearing, he pulls the hood back and he begins to speak. And he says, "Please, please don't hurt Scree. My name is Scree, and I don't mean to scare you, and I certainly don't want any trouble. Uh, my friends, uh, they they failed they failed to capture the creature that we were supposed to capture, and I was I guess I'm the last one. I guess I survived. Um,
Congrats.
Uh, I'm sorry to hear that, friend.
Man, that's
I'm sorry to hear that.
pretty rough. Is this were these your group?
yes, two of them. I two of them have been friends for many months. We've traveled from my home and traveled many miles together to get here. The three of us answered the call to be adventurers and to earn coin because we were having really bad luck at a couple of other ventures, but this didn't go well at all. I can't even believe one of them. I've got to actually contact. I've got to contact the husband, Tanya. Tanya's husband. I can't believe that I'm actually going to have to tell him that she's dead. We just had supper together a week and a half ago. This is really sad.
Pretty horrible. I don't.
All right, well, we'll see you back at the maw.
I'll see you later.
You know what?
Cat pat.
Would you like some? Do you need any help? I mean, I kind of just got some money from him. I could certainly give you that.
I mean,
I'll take any money you want to give me. The thing I'm most concerned about is the contract. I can't get back in. He goes over and starts rummaging around and trying to find something in Tanya's pockets. And Kayla, would you roll a d20 for me and add 2?
Yes.
You're rolling for my NPC, but I want you to do it.
$10.
Damn it, I just can't find it. I thought for sure that she had it. She was the one that was holding it. Did one of you get the contract? Did you find the contract?
no, I didn't see.
I didn't
Crap.
find
Holy
the contract.
crap. I don't even know if they're going to let me back in. I hope that...
I mean, all you need is 3 gold, right?
Here, I got you.
It's more than that.
give
I
'em-
mean, I can get in, but I'm going to be indebted for the contract for not fulfilling it. I'm going to owe that money. I'm going to end up... I'm going to be one of those poor jokers in the mine.
Wait,
I can
is
I
that
can
part
give
of
you
this?
some gold. I can give you some. To
What
get
if
in,
Can you
right?
give me 20?
That's a lot of
20
gold.
gold?
Now hold on a second. Why do you need that much?
Because that's how much the contract was for. They're supposed to pay us the 20, but if we fail in the contract, we owe them the 20.
Did
I don't wait. That's a rule. I don't remember that.
I was gonna say, did we hear that? I don't remember that
I don't think
part.
they mentioned that.
I'm not
Well,
okay
you're
with
not
that.
supposed to come back if you haven't fulfilled your contract.
Right, but
If you owe money and you try to run away, they'll send people to get you.
Can I look
Well,
around on the ground for it?
I feel like you should consider looking into these rules a little bit. I'm not here to judge you. It took us a week to learn how this place works, and it's certainly not bad. I thought we were really turning things around. We had 2 good hunts in a row, and I was really pleased with our progress. Oh my God, I just never imagined death. We got injured a few times.
I mean,
Oh.
everybody dies.
Yeah.
Alice, it's not really the best time. I don't
Oh,
think.
It's a,
huh.
What are you talking about?
it's a rough one, Chief.
Maybe,
What do you
maybe,
mean?
maybe.
Did I say something wrong? Maybe you should let some other people handle the talking to other outside groups.
Ordinarily, I would say let the cleric be the
Do you want
comforter, but in this
you
case,
want- Alice offers like a gross organ that's like all mangled and stuff. Are you hungry?
Nala puts.
I'm not hungry. I'm not. I don't feel like eating.
Could we give you one of our skins and then would they let you in, or do you still need the contract?
I don't know. I've never been in this situation. I don't know
Huh.
what happens when you lose your party.
what if
Mm.
they don't know that you survived?
We could tell them you died.
I mean,
I've got nothing else except this place. I'm unemployed. I've got food in there and like 8 silver worth of belongings inside, and I've got
I mean,
my 3 gold that I need to get in. I just don't want to then suddenly be more in debt than I already am.
hmm.
Well,
And at this point, I'm gonna have to join a party that's missing somebody. I'm gonna have to join one of the misfit parties. I really am not even sure what my next. Guys, this just happened. I'm so confused. I'm so worried about my future. I can't even think straight.
I want to give him a hug. Can I give him a hug? Is there a goblin hug? I used to always do the gnome hug.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a goblin hug.
I'm gonna give him a goblin hug.
Goblin hugs involve scratching each other's backs while you're hugging, so it's a scratching thing.
And
No.
here, I'll go. I got something for you, and I'll point my staff on the ground and make a flower, and pick the flower out from the ground and hand it to him.
How'd you do that?
Thanks, friend.
Chell is really saying that.
Ta-da!
How? What? But for real, how do you make a
A
freaking
performer
flower?
never reveals his secrets.
Can I have one?
Sure. I go on the ground in front of
What?
Alice, and a flower pops up.
Is everybody here a wizard or something?
Can I?
Is it me?
I love the flower. Could I travel back with you? I don't want to travel alone. I don't think I'll survive.
Oh yeah, of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
The flower is more just like a
Tag along.
gesture.
Should we?
Yeah.
Are you? I guess you guys are successful, so you're definitely going back. I don't want to run away by myself.
I mean, you can walk back with us. I don't see why not.
Well, I'm also thinking about what you said. I could go the other way.
I mean, you could completely start over. Isn't that like exciting? Whole new life?
Do any of you want to leave, and then I could take your place in your group? What's your group's name? I'm a really good. I'd be a good goblin.
No,
Well,
I mean,
we've-
you
well,
are
we-
not a goblin.
You could
I'm a
have
got
goblin.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a goblin.
The
Can't
cat,
exactly
the
trade
cat thinks he's a
goblins.
goblin.
I was just
know.
raised
we'll put
by
you as our
goblins.
number
that's all.
one, our backup in case if any of us bite the dust. Maybe we'll give you a ring.
Now, Scree would rather even. Scree would. I'll work in the mines. I'm fine. Let's go. Can I go with you? Can I travel with you? I'll help carry.
Yeah. Of course,
I
you can come with
mean-
us.
Sure.
I'll say why
How
not.
about
I just want to
How
walk
about I
with
give
you.
you a
I know
little-
I'm not going to be part of your group. I know I don't have a group anymore. I know I'm alone.
I mean, can we have? Never mind.
I'm thinking.
What do you want?
Oh,
They, it's always limited to 5. They only allow parties of 5.
Oh, we could ask if they'd make an exception, but I heard that they're kind of serious about it.
They just seem
Yeah.
so strict.
That's why they have
Yeah.
the groups that aren't. Well, they don't have full privilege because they don't have full numbers. Usually, a group loses 1 or 2 people on a bad day, but to be the only one left, I'm not even sure.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. We made pretty short work of those things.
I think we
kind
would
of
have too,
impressive.
but we were trying to capture them instead of kill them.
Why?
And also, we thought there was just one. We were all focused on one of them, and uh, Flynn had his net ready, and Swin had his trident, and they were all ready to attack, and it all just went bad. Because then suddenly there were
Terrible.
two.
Yeah, yeah. We didn't see the other one at first either, but you know.
Shell,
Yeah.
if I give him some gold and you give him some gold, we only need to give him a little bit, and then he can buy his way back in.
But he needs to make. He just. Never mind. 3 gold. Yeah.
My party
Here's the
is
thing.
on the hook for 20 gold, and I'm the only one left from my party, so I'm on the hook for 20 gold. And those are just the rules and the way they operate here. And I mean, had this not gone wrong today, I would be a much richer individual, but we made a mistake. It's not
If,
the boss's fault.
If I give him 9 and you give him 8, he'll have 20.
Yeah, and if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a wagon. But I don't have 8 gold,
Oh.
and much less would I be giving it away if I had it.
Yeah, this
Do
no
I look like a
offense.
charity? I mean,
Scree. I feel like we're really trying to work on our own wealth right now, and we're just about as much in the can as he is.
Well, you can only get paid for one of the pelts. You've
That's
only
not
got a
true.
contract for one.
Don't lie to me.
uh,
I asked, and she said, the lady said that we could technically get 2, assuming that we killed 2.
mm-hmm.
Did you take 2 contracts?
No, we only took 1.
What if we leave the skin outside, grab another one, go back outside, grab it, and come back inside?
Oh,
If
you
there's
guys did
one
that fast.
If there's one on the wall, you can grab it when you go back. That's not a problem. But if they filled their quota, then they don't need to buy the 2. You know, there's one here. There's got to be one here.
A contract?
Yeah, our
A missing
contract.
contract?
My party.
How about,
It's the one with the map on the back, and on the other side, it explains what you're supposed to catch.
I'll help you look again if you want to try.
When you guys formed a group and you made your name, that was you now are a group, and everything is based on the terms of service. The contract is the same for all of us.
Right.
Hmm.
I
But,
mean,
I mean,
we
they
could
don't
try
know
looking
which
again.
contract we took, do they?
And they said it to us right then that we could bring back 2. Like, while handing us 1 contract.
This whole thing is so shady.
Yeah, so let's just go.
You know, I've only been here a week. I only have rumors and stuff.
How about if we all work together, we could probably get we could probably find the contract so that he only has to pay the 3 gold.
So
Yeah,
you're suggesting that we give away half of our take?
Yeah.
Well, aren't you a kind soul?
As it stands, the guy who has been here longer says that we can't turn in 2. So.
Well, I'd say that too if it meant I'm not
without a
dead.
contract.
Right, that's why I'm saying we should all just check for the contract, and at the very least, he can pay the minimum to get in.
That's fine, but I still think that he should only get like a 5th of the take for fulfilling the
we can work that
contract.
out once we find the contract.
Because I mean, we did the work.
Right.
That's
I'm not
fine.
for charity. Really, I just want help walking back. I'll work in the mines. I could do jobs at the tavern. I've worked the door a couple times. It's not a hard job. You just have to sit there and let people in, make sure nobody steals.
I say if he's saying that, then I say we just walk this kind gentleman. I mean, we can look real quick for the thing, sure, but after that, I say we just walk this kind gentleman back because I mean he's on his grind, we're on ours, you know.
I mean,
you can find that contract. That's 20 gold pieces for us. No questions asked. No problems.
Well, I'm under the assumption we can get the 20 gold anyway.
Yeah. Say,
Can Nala and I both look on the floor for the contract while everybody's talking?
I'm also going to do that.
Yeah. Are you each going to roll? You can each roll your own investigation check of the corpses, and you're both looking. He said it was the human woman, so you're each searching that one singular corpse.
I got a natural 20.
Oh,
Whoa.
let's go.
Well,
I got a 3, so probably not.
wah, wah. I was like, what corpse?
A paper.
Alice, as you're searching, you find. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Who searched the female? That was Dingham. Dingham, did you find the? You found the 3 gold pieces already?
Yeah, I found the emergency goal.
Alice, you find a short sword and 2 daggers. It's really hard to understand how somebody searching could have overlooked them, but they did. 2 short swords and, a short sword and 2 daggers. 11 silver and 4 copper pieces.
Oh, wow.
Any electrum?
None at all. None at all. These are all upstanding citizens that don't use or purchase magic items, I guess.
How many copper?
And last but not least, a contract for a gator bison pelt.
How many copper?
4? Was it 4?
4. 11 silver, 4 copper.
Well, I couldn't find the thing, but I found some gold in this piece of paper.
No gold.
Oh, wait, this is it.
Thank you, Alice.
Wow. Okay. Problem
Yes,
solved,
that's
I
the
guess.
piece of paper.
Here you go. This is what you want, right? You sure you're not hungry?
What-
I have some bugs too. You want some maggots?
No, the contract is great. Are you giving me the contract and the pelt?
I guess. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay,
Yeah.
no.
Will you share some of your money?
Yeah.
I feel like that's only fair. You know?
I
He'll
would
give
give
us
up
a-
all. I've only got one share out of that whole pelt, and that would only be if you were like being generous and stuff. Because I just hid. I'm not.
I'd say we give you a share, and then.
I mean, I don't want you
I
to be.
I
I
took.
don't want you to be in debt. That sucks.
I can cover what he took. I can give to my group what he took because I took money from your no longer living comrades.
So are
Right.
we're gonna split that one 6 ways and just do it that way? What's 6? 20 divided by 6? That's a mess.
We'll give him. I say we give him his shares if his team got it, and then we divide up the rest.
I'm just not going to be in debt.
Wow.
If you anything that you want to give me is a gift, and I appreciate that. Already, I am
Alright.
so thankful to your
Let's
group.
give him nothing.
What's your group's name?
He didn't.
We're
I'm
the
a
nameless.
Nameless daggers.
We
We're
were
the
gonna be the
nameless daggers.
wandering daggers, but ugh.
The world is not fair.
Yeah, Five Below stole that one.
Oh man. Well, it's very good to meet you. You are some of the friendliest people. You might want to toughen up a little though. It's hard to be successful at this place if you're not a little cutthroat. But I sure appreciate the fact that you're being
Toughen
nice.
up.
You didn't just.
Do you see me kill that thing? I was like, ha, and then yeah.
It was very impressive.
I had my head under my cloak. I couldn't really look. It was making me a little nauseous.
What
I kept thinking,
exactly?
I'm a shadow. I'm a shadow. I'm a shadow.
I mean, what was your expertise in the group anyway? And how did you get away from, how did you escape the carnage?
Well, I'm a monk,
Yo, Goblin Monk.
and I've been studying how to hide for a long time, and I hid, and they couldn't find me. I was the shadow.
I respect that. We must have very similar teachings.
Seems complicated.
Yeah, I trained for many years to kill silently, but my training was all well. It turned out it was a sham, and I was paying this nice man a lot of money, all my money, in fact, until it was gone, to get training, and I never got any better, and he kept saying it was my fault. But then I learned the truth. He was a con man, He really hadn't trained me in any real way at all. Years of my life I wasted, and now I can do a lot of stuff, and it seems real fancy, but it doesn't really. I'm just now learning how to actually fight,
Mm.
at least in a way that makes my punches more effective, or
And,
my throwing. I throw some things.
oh yeah, you know how to throw these things? And she holds up the stars.
Oh yes, those look like. Oh, did you find those? Did you find those in the bodies?
Yeah, yeah, I figured they're not using them anymore, so
Hey,
No,
Goblin, look what I took off your dead
those
friends.
are kits. Are you going to use those? I would love to have
I
10
mean,
stars.
I don't even know what the hell they are.
They're weapons. You throw them at your enemy. I'll buy them from you, or you can just give me.
Yeah, how many did I find? 4? Is there? We're in the woods, right?
Mhm.
Can Chell? She's gonna take one and try to throw it into a tree.
Roll to attack.
Uh,
You get plus. Or do you have proficiency on throwing? This is a simple weapon.
oh yeah. I'm just gonna roll as if it was my dagger. 21. 2 hit.
When you throw it, it arcs through the air and spirals as it's headed towards its target, hits the tree and embeds itself at like a 45-degree angle, and vibrates for a second in the tree and
Oh.
slowly comes to a stop.
Nice,
You see
nice.
that the whole tooth is buried all the way into the trunk.
Pretty neat, pretty neat. She goes over and just like pulls it out and takes them. She goes, "Yeah, you could take them. Those are toys."
Okay. Wow. I'm glad I'm not that tree.
We should probably be getting back soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
I'd say we head back.
Wait, so we're giving you the pout, and then we're keeping the money and giving you like 2 gold, right?
Whatever you say, I'm going to agree to anything that gets me home safe and lets me not be in debt. You're already my heroes. I'm going to sing your praises to anybody that'll listen.
Nice.
Chell
Sounds
holds
good,
up.
everybody? I mean, is that a good idea?
What's that?
Go ahead, Alice.
Sorry, I was just saying, is that a good idea? Do you think that's smart?
I think we should give him nothing. I think we're already helping him out a lot by.
How about I'll
Keeping him
give
out of
him
debt.
my share. I'll give him my share of the second pelt, and then nobody else has to worry about it, and we can head back.
Wow, you're a real humanitarian.
Well, my parents gave me a bit of extra money because they were worried I was going to get hurt, so I'm pretty
Nice,
good.
nice. Wow, you must not have taken the starting equipment option. That's cool.
No, I didn't.
All right, you are a
Alrighty.
true human and humanitarian. Joe holds up the sigh and was like, "So do you know what these things are? Because I mean, how are you supposed to stab anybody with these?
Scree
They're not even sharp." And she's like poking a tree with.
steps up and holds his hands out. Do you hand them to him?
Sure.
He takes them and then begins to do a display that would make the Ninja Turtles jealous.
That's funny.
He has an entire routine that involves them being spun and flipped between his legs and around his arms and stuff. And he finishes the entire routine and says, "That's it. That's the crap we learned. I can do all
Wow.
the tricks, and it doesn't do anything at all to my enemies. It might scare some people, but until Kit and I both learned that there are some other ways that you can use this energy, uh, I just I wasted my time. I just wasted years."
It's a pretty. It's a pretty dance that you just did.
Very
Hey.
intimidating for sure.
Frez, you guys
Like
could
it.
start like a performing company,
Oh yeah.
like a whole troupe, and go
An
do shows.
Company, I know just how to run one of those.
Well, maybe that works out. Maybe we can talk about it on the way.
Yeah, let's
I'd say we head back.
I'm gonna start
let's
walking.
move along.
I'm all for walking. You guys tell me what to do. I'm at your beck and call.
Here, help us carry one of these pelts. It'll make it a little easier, huh?
Yeah,
Okay. He goes to the rear
make
and
yourself
lifts
useful.
one up and puts it on his shoulder, and it sits there, angled down, waiting for somebody to come and grab the front.
I'll go grab the other one so it's like balanced sizes.
Cool.
No, you want to help me with this one?
Is it still like juicy?
Not as bad as you might fear, because you wrapped it correctly with the dry part on the outside, and so it rolls up. And there's squish on the inside, but it's not oozing or dripping.
Yeah, I guess, sure. And she's like, yip, Macadocious, and he flies off her shoulder. And so she like is holding it.
Very much appreciated.
Shell and Alice have two different ends. Macadocious perched in the middle.
Yeah, that's funny. He just flies up, does a circle, comes down, and lands in the middle. And we're like, oh, Macadocious, not helping. He
And then
just like curls up.
Yeah. Then we have Scree and Frez carrying the other one. It's a little bit lower to the ground, but still well supported. And the group of you begin your trek through the woods. Walking as individuals without being tied together or attached in any way allows you to weave in and out of the trees cleanly and smoothly, and almost like in a ballet. You do not have that luxury when you're attached the way that you are. You have a few instances where you're trying to wedge between two trees, and the way that you're bending, you get caught, and you've got to unstick the pelt and get yourself moving in another direction again. It's awkward. It's awkward traveling through the forest, but you do it. You make it. And I'm going to have one potential encounter that is going to be entirely up to the luck of somebody that's drawing. Which one of you is going to roll a d20 of luck with no modifiers and no anything?
I can.
Goes.
Bet Frez, they don't hold like.
I think I heard Lisa volunteer.
Sure.
All right. D20.
16.
Oh,
16. It's beautiful weather on the way home. Birds are chirping.
And then the dragon comes.
Nothing interrupts your trek home.
Dang.
There was a small chance something may or may not have happened, but you, thanks to timing and probably good living, you make it home to the monster's maw. You approach the two gates and the lowboys that hang from the gates, and you see your old friend Herman, the ancient gnome with no hair and a giant nose around his stubble.
Herman!
Oh, it's looks like you guys made it back. It's your first day, and if I'm not mistaken, it looks like I'm seeing some, alligator bison pelts.
Yeah!
Well done.
Damn
well
right.
done.
Woo!
I'm seeing 6 of you. Something is wrong.
This guy's not really with us.
Yeah, we
Discreet.
found him
Yeah.
after his entire party got killed.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, Herman. But I got the pelt and I got the contract, so I got my one gold to get back in with. So everything should be in order, okay? Well, you got the contract. Let's see it. Okay. Yeah, okay, I got your gold. All right. And which of the pelts?
The 16 one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can have the one I
Whichever.
did. So I'm not that proud of my work. So this one.
Okay. And then the rest of you, congratulations! And I've got good news for you. On your first successful contract, it's absolutely free to come back into the compound.
Hell yeah.
That's really good!
Normally
I
a
don't
gold,
know any
but
money.
Out of gold!
Thank goodness.
Yeah, Beast Border Co. congratulates you and welcomes you to the family. We're really excited to have you bringing in some loot. Head on in at the tavern. You got a free drink waiting for you as well.
All right.
Before you do anything else, those pelts need to go around to the back where you got your contract chits. Okay?
Right
Thank
on.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. the little boys
Party.
Is that where?
rise up.
And I guess that's where we get the reward.
Yeah, that's where you get paid. You'll see all the people. You'll see a lot of activity and be able to tell where to go.
Cool. All
All
right.
right.
All right.
Good,
Low
let's
boys rise up.
go.
You guys enter, and the low boys close behind you, and you continue your parade down the normal walk path that you have taken a few times now.
Mm-hmm.
You get to the stream that has the footbridge up and over it, and you walk up and over, looking down. The water is beautiful. Uh, Dragonflies land and take drinks and fly away, and there's little fish that swim just under the surface, and you can see them darting hither and yon as you cross over the bridge. You continue on into the more civilized part of the walled compound, and get to the part that we've been calling the campfire, the big bonfire area that's in front of the tavern, armory, and magic shop. No.
Right. No. General store.
Yeah, general store.
Five Below.
Five Below. Absolutely. From there, you're able to hear a commotion behind that structure, and that's where you were told to go, so it's no wonder that's where the commotion would be.
Mm.
As you're around the back of the building and you see the large raised deck where you received your contract this morning, you see several adventuring parties holding various objects. There are 2 or 3 parties that are holding heads by tufts of hair on top of those heads. And the heads look like giant fat cats or panda bear kind of hybrids.
And the cats.
Ichor and gore falls out of some of them.
Hell yeah.
It's not pleasant, but it's what is required to get payment when you hunt that particular critter. You see a few other people holding pelts that are similar to yours. One of them being held by 2 halflings, and they are struggling to keep it up. And it is a pitiful looking pelt. It is ripped and torn, and there are patches missing from it, and they have it rolled inside out, so all the stickies on the outside and flies are landing and taking off and landing and taking off. You see one particular group that has a creature that is horrible. It looks like it's made of muscle and organ on the outside. And
Ew.
this creature is still alive. It's been chained, and there are 4 party members that are trying to keep it from getting away. They've got it captured and chained, and they're also waiting. And it's not necessarily a line. It's more like an area, and there's an individual going from group to group and handling the transactions, because each group is waiting to get paid for a contract they fulfilled, but their contract doesn't seem to be fulfilled until somebody comes and relieves them of what they captured. For you guys, you're waiting for somebody to come and take your large, disgusting taquitos.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, they're delicious.
I'm sure you would think so, Alice.
You just haven't had the delectable, delicious, outstanding taste of intestines. Who doesn't like gator bison?
I mean,
Hands.
I like it cooked. I think.
mean, I've never
I like
had it.
ramen.
I don't think. Maybe in a stew. I don't know. I
It's
like gator.
spaghetti.
It's like gator and I've had bison. I don't know. Yeah.
You're approached by a half orc, and this half orc is rather rotund, big bellied, and the belly protrudes. There's a shirt, and it goes down about 2/3 of the way before it stops, and then everything from there down is belly, with a big gross belly button and some cutoffs. I'd kind of like you to picture Shrek, and I hate to say it out loud, but that's the look we're going for.
Yeah.
This half orc has seen better days. He was a football star in high school, but really let himself go after high school. He walks up and he says, "Hi, the name's Skarum. Looks like you have pelts, alligator, bison pelts.
That's right.
Based on their
Or correct.
based on their quality, it's like we're going to owe you roughly 20 per pelt. But let's take a closer look and see." He asks you to set both of them down, and he unstraps and unrolls and takes a little bit of
Yeah.
a closer look.
Good quality stuff. Very clean
I've got
kills.
some intestines too, like just as a snack.
Alice, she's pushing her back. Get back.
Well,
Nobody wants that.
more for me.
So yeah, really clean, really perfect condition. Everything's good, right?
One of them, this one right here, this is easily worth the 20. Easily worth the 20.
Yeah.
And I've got that right here. And he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out 20 gold pieces. And he says, "Would you like this in coin, or do you want it in your account?"
Coin.
Coin, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they-
Yeah.
Coin for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next time we'll do account.
Yeah.
And who's holding the contract for this one? This
Oh,
is
it's
the one.
Paula, actually.
This is the 16, by the way.
Oh, the 16?
Yeah.
16 is Scree right here.
Wait.
Hey, let's-
16?
The
He
one
had a
the one that was skinned.
I
was
got a
16.
15, but yeah, back then, but yeah.
The second best pelt, the one that
Okay.
you gave to Scree.
Okay.
So that one is worth 20, and he's looking for the contract. Scree says, "Oh, it's right here. It's a little bloody," and he hands it over. And Scarun says, "Yep, all right. Here are the 20 gold right to you.
Cool.
You can
Perfect.
distribute that to the rest of your party wherever they are, vacationing, I guess. And the rest of
Could
you,
say that.
this other pelt,
Permanent vacation.
this is something special. This is a work of art. I am
I'm
here to tell you that I have seen my fair share of amazing pelts, and it's been 2 weeks, my friends. What's the name of your adventuring party? I need to know who you are.
The Nameless Daggers.
Nameless daggers.
I
Nameless
always go.
Daggers.
I just need you to know that I'm like the Wandering Daggers. Wait, no, it's not that. I have to go through a whole process before I actually get to the name.
I will
Yeah,
remember
maybe-
I will
maybe-
remember your name, Nameless Daggers.
Nameless daggers.
I will remember it because
In this to win this.
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is the first time I've paid out the full 5 bonus, but I'm going to be giving you 25 gold for this pelt.
Wow.
Yeah, let's go.
Amazing.
I would
It's
just
got
like
up
everybody to know that I'm the one who made it
Wow.
so beautiful that we're getting this extra money.
Who's holding
Whoa.
your contract?
Nola. Nola here is holding our contract.
All right, Nala, here are 25 gold coins, and I'll take the contract. Marks it stamped, and he gives you a small little receipt piece from the bottom that's torn off, the same kind that he gave to Scree. And he says, "It's your first fight. I can tell from the contract that you've got here. Your first day out, and your first successful kill. So I hope you heard that you get a beverage on the house today." And I would recommend going and getting that right now because you deserve it. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, you've earned the right to sleep in and take a day off if you want. But if you want to get right back at the hunt, I could see you in the morning.
Right back.
Very cool. Very
Wait.
cool.
I think so too.
You do it.
Sounds good.
So Scree, about that coin, you can just toss that here.
Sure. I got two stacks of 10 right here. Who's taking it?
You can keep 5 of them because it would be my cut, I believe.
Thank
Wait,
you.
That's technically, yeah, that's fine.
There's
Or
keep 4.
fun.
Would it
I
be
mean,
4? Yeah.
we got the 5 bonus, I guess. We could donate. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
I don't
giving him my
feel too bad. I
4.
mean,
Aside from losing my friends that I was traveling with and being a little sad, I'm a winner today. So you tell me what's fair, and I will give you everything else.
you keep 4, give us the rest. Have a good day.
Who do I hand it to?
Yeah,
Because you
good.
guys,
Give it to Nola for now, and we'll
Just-
figure it out.
Thank you very much.
So wait, how
This
much
is
did
going
we
to help me so much. I'm going to eat good tonight. Thank you so much. I will say nothing but good things about you, Nameless Daggers, to everybody.
So you got 10.
Thank you.
We gave him 10 total, or what?
We gave him
Give him
4.
4.
Yeah,
Oh.
4.
'Cause I said we
And
could
then
give him
we'll-
the 5 bonus that we got,
Oh.
but
Word.
you know, if we want to be generous,
Uh,
I mean, I guess now Chell would be like, I mean, I guess if we want to be generous, that's fine.
Well,
Let's
that's very good of you. I do appreciate it. 4 gold goes a long way. My
And you know, I
cut was-
gave you the fake knives and the throwing starry things.
Oh, did you give those to him?
Yeah, it's like they're not real. They're not real knives. How are you
Well-
gonna? I don't do your little dance, so I don't have any use for those.
I thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. I'm over. I sleep. I guess I have a big giant tent all to myself, but I'm over at the fourth safety station. So my tent is
Okay.
the ones at number 4. If you want to find me,
Where were
later.
we? Which one were we at?
You were.
4.
We were also at 4.
Because it was one of the newer, nicer ones.
Sounds like we're neighbors.
Alrighty.
Are you at 4 too?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
sure.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Are
Got
you
one.
going to
Yeah.
use your money to stay at a bathhouse in one of the nice apartments tonight
Man,
instead of your
let
tent?
me tell you, how much is that? Because I could sure use a bath.
I mean, I don't really mind. I like sleeping in the dirt. It makes me feel like I'm.
Yeah.
If
Well, that's
everybody
'cause you're a
pays a couple
disgusting
gold,
animal.
if everybody
You could
pays
be
a couple
nicer to
gold,
me,
you can
Chow.
live
I
pretty
feel like
well.
we've done a lot, and I feel like I helped you a lot during the fight. I don't know why you have to be so mean to me.
You know, I was actually going to be complimentary of you because you did that thing with the bell, and I don't even know what the hell that was, but it scared the absolute shit out of me. But I mean, what's with all the guts and the bugs and the?
I'm
Come
sorry,
on.
I can't afford to buy food from other people, and I have to forage for my own. You know, sometimes you acquire a taste for things when you can't have other things. Not all of us are as privileged as you, Chell. Sorry.
Privileged.
Oh.
Privileged. I grew up on the
privileged.
Oh
streets.
shit.
I'll have you know.
Okay, you can still afford to eat meat pastries in the morning. Others of us do not have that. I
have
grew
no
up in a
money.
cave.
I mean,
Chell.
that's just basic survival. I mean, come on, you gotta eat, but can't eat refuse. That's disgusting. And I mean, don't even say it's because you were raised by goblins, because Frez is a goblin and you don't see him living that way.
I am extremely poor.
He took part in some of my food.
I work
My
every day at home.
Are you walking to the tavern while you have this conversation?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Yeah.
You have to walk
So-
around to the front because the back is where all those transactions are taking place, and it seems like during the day that's a place where work takes place, and at night it opens up as a place where you can relax and sit, but not now. So you walk around to the front door, you walk into the swinging doors, and enter the tavern that you've seen before. Frez, did you have a thing?
Yeah, just on the way, on the walk to there. I'm just Frez just says out loud, not to keep harking on the money. I'm just kind of stressing about it, so I wanted to get it out of the way. We have 41 gold. Are we splitting that evenly, or did Dingham give his share of the 16 of the 16 from the second one? So are we gonna each get 9 and have Dingham get 5? Right, because it's
That one,
25.
right?
25 divided by 5, and then 16 divided by 4. I took a few math classes, not that.
Did we give the
Fine.
the extra 5 to him or not? Or no?
Mm.
I think
No.
he
We just
has
gave him
to-
4? Okay.
Yeah.
He left with 4.
So I think it's the other one, Dingham, right? You gave away your share. So what'd you say? We each get 9?
I think we
I'll
each
get
get 9,
5.
and Dingham will get 5. And also
Mm.
Frez's pure appreciation.
You know,
I appreciate
you don't really
you,
do
Dingham,
appreciate it.
especially since you were
Oh.
going to pay for me to come back in. Or no, it was Alice. Anyway, thank you guys for offering that. Glad we didn't have to pay.
I
Really
mean,
glad
it
that I
worked
didn't,
out
because I'm
really
not gonna
well.
lie to you, Frez. I did not have money.
Oh, well, hey, us raised by goblin folks gotta gotta stick out for each other.
Yeah, and you know what?
All
I
right.
appreciate that. Cho, I'm sorry. I
loaded
didn't
now.
mean to yell at you. I was just a little bit upset. I really don't mind it. You know, I understand I'm not exactly the cleanest or the nicest or the coolest looking, but I would appreciate a little bit of kindness.
You know,
I think that's
you want
fair.
respect, you got to earn respect. That's all I'm saying. And you know what? You earned some respect today. I saw you out there. This whole group, we kicked ass. So you know what? Let's go enjoy it. Let's celebrate our victories and raise a glass. And I don't know, as far as the accounting goes, you know, Dingham did a Dingham? Am I saying that right?
Yeah. I mean,
Did a good
you can just
deed.
call
You
me Ding if you want.
can't ding, that's easy enough. Can't punish a good deed. So if y'all want to split the take 5 ways and just let our friend, let's say the bonus goes to our goblin friend, that's fine.
Oh, that works with me. I mean, I don't mind either way.
I mean, that'll take our end of it, the rest of us down to what?
It's 8 gold a pop and 9 for Frez, unless I made a mistake.
Friends. Hell yeah. I mean, why don't we give the extra 1 to Alice since she did such a good job with the pelt? I did like
How
a.
about we give the extra 1 to your dog that I forgot the name of?
Macadam.
Wait, are you talking about Macadam? Are you calling my little brother a dog again?
He
I'm
does
sorry,
deserve the
sorry.
1 gold. I don't know if
He
you
can
guys
have
share
1 gold, you know?
Okay, listen. First of all, it's rude because Macadocious is not an animal. He's a person. He's my little brother,
Can he
and he has
speak?
feelings. Can he speak? He speaks to me.
Does he speak goblin?
Second of all, have you ever seen a dog with wings?
Yeah.
I
Have
don't
you
think
ever
I've
seen a
ever
dog
seen
that
a
stands
dog.
on 2 legs?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really sure what a dog looks like.
You might see dogs with wings if we go back to that anvil place. I don't know if like it. Huh.
That's
Anyway,
true.
yeah. Maybe we can
We
go
can buy
there.
a lot of
Oh,
animals.
that reminds me. I need to write my dad a letter. So,
Are we in the tavern now?
Almost. As you stepped up onto the deck on the front, the porch that allows you access to all 3 doors, one of you got the swinging doors open, but it was not Chell. Chell was at the middle or end of the group as you were walking, because there was somebody on the front porch that was standing in front of the armory, a half-elf male, and he says, "You there? Hey, my name's Nikki, and with the net. Yeah, you with the net. You want to sell that? It looks like a net I sold just the other day, and so
this thing?
I could buy it back if you want. Yeah, you can come into the
Uh,
armory and sell any weapons you don't want if you're looking for coin.
Oh
Or
man, I shouldn't have given that goblin all those weapons I took. I don't know. What do y'all think? Could this thing be useful?
I mean,
We might have to buy
what are you
one.
willing to sell it for?
Yeah, how much?
well, let's see. Could you hold it up and let me take a look at some of the twine there? Oh my,
Like,
this has seen a little bit of use since I last saw it. Are these weights? Oh goodness gracious!
yeah.
This is supposed to be cleaned off after use. The wear
Well,
and tear alone. I tell you what, the best I can do, 6 silver, and I got 5 copper just to make it seem like it's a little more jingly when you get the handful.
How much
Like-
space you got in your bag, Chell?
how much
Could you
what?
carry it with you?
Yeah, I could
Space?
probably put it in my backpack if you think we'll need it. It's kind of gross. I want to clean it.
Yeah, we could clean it.
Or
Does
you
it
could have 6 and 5, 6 and 5. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
What if we clean it? Will you give us a better price?
No,
All right, fair enough.
it's not. I've got people that clean.
I think, 6 silver, what is that going to get us? Yeah, this might be useful. I'm going to hang on to it.
6
Especially if we're
drinks in the bar.
catching, well.
I mean, they're not good drinks, but they're drinks.
Or breakfast, Chow, you love a meat pastry.
I do enjoy my food.
If
are
you have
not
a bad day out in the fields, you'll be glad to have a little jingle. You guys must have made some good money today to be so confident.
We can handle ourselves all right.
Well, no pressure. I'll keep the 6 and 5, but if you change your mind, bring it back, and at least be able to give you 4 or 5 silver for it a little bit later.
Great.
I mean, if you decide later you don't want it, what's the difference?
Yeah, that's true. But if we're hunting beasts, I think this could come in handy.
Okay. Well, enjoy yourself in the tavern. If you ever decide you want to buy, upgrade, or sell weaponry, Nikki's your guy.
Cool, Nikki. Hey, by the way, he's the armorer, right?
Yeah.
Not the general store. Okay, never mind.
No. Some people call me the Lord of War. It's kind of a joke because I just sit in my store all day and I don't actually engage in war.
Yeah,
That's funny.
That's funny.
You're
Yeah.
funny. Nala, he's funny.
Yeah.
I'm a comedian occasionally. In a cup like Alcatraz, that was kind of funny.
Anyways, let's go get a beer.
Yeah.
Now you're talking.
As you as a group enter, the person behind the bar, May, who you'd met before, the female half elf, May Lone welcomes you in and says, "Hey, it's our first timers. I already got word you were coming in for your free drink. Congratulations today."
That's right.
Yeah.
Is it crowded?
13 or 14 people in there that all start cheering. Well, I should say 10 or 11 that all start cheering, and a couple that really couldn't give 2 fucks about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And they almost seem a little pissed off that everybody is now cheering. And I will say that we're going to go on break while the cheering occurs, because not just because the dogs.
Wow, this cheering sounds like dogs. On. Hey, Alice, that's a dog.
That's what
now
dogs
you know.
sound like. Wow.
So we'll be back, everybody. Please don't go anywhere. And when we get back, the dogs will keep barking or drinking or something loud and obnoxious. And we'll keep them anyway because they're family, and that's what you do. And the rest of us are going to go eat taquitos or rice or something like that. And in about 9 or 11 minutes, we will be back to continue with today's episode, and the gang can spend some of that dough.
Yeah.
Be right back, everybody.
Nice.
Booyah.
Right about now.
It's the nameless daggers.
Punk soul brother.
Ha.
Well, everybody, I hope you had a good break. I ate taquitos so fast, and all I could think about was alligator bison pelts.
Yummy. Damn. You know what I really want? A nice steak.
An alligator bison steak.
Would be pretty yum.
We could have. Did we save the meat? Because we could have had gator bison steaks.
No, you left corpses. You left corpses there to rot. Not all the corpses. The organs were saved in Alice's bag.
So let me get this straight. They were perfectly good gator bison steaks. And have you had gator bison tail? Because let me tell you. And you took the entrails. You left the meat. You left the steaks. You took the entrails.
I took
you
the
have
important
got
things.
to get your priorities straight. Stick with me. I'll show you how to live.
I've only been around the same people for, I don't know how old Alice is. I don't even think she knows how old she is.
Like, what is that in cat years?
For years now. I don't know exactly what I should be doing. I was dropped off as like a baby to the goblins. Like, they just found me in a bush. I was gonna die.
That's a great story, Alice. What kind of drink can I get for you guys? Free drinks right now. Top shelf is excluded, but anything else you're welcome to have on the house. I
Strong.
can recommend the beer.
Yes.
Hell yeah, I'll take the best porter that our free drink will get me.
Take the same as that one. I don't know much.
What's your favorite?
Well, I like to rotate through everything. Personally, I'm here all the time, and so I don't like to get in a rut. So I rotate through. But if you're looking for beer, I'll give you the standard that most people around here celebrate with. And he reaches under the counter, and he pulls out 5. It takes 2 hands. 5 large. These are like casks that might normally hold gunpowder or nails or something, but instead they have wooden handles attached to the outside, and there's no top.
It's like a hogshead.
He puts 5 of those down. Yeah, little mini versions of that. Puts 5 of those down. Unless I misunderstand what that was, and I've always thought those
Like the
were
little,
much larger.
aren't they
than
like the little barrels? Maybe I'm wrong. They were like
hogshead barrels.
Were like the little, I don't know.
We'll take a look and figure it out for sure, but I thought they were obnoxiously large and much bigger than a hogshead, and I never understood why they were named what they were named. But what you're saying makes me think maybe I thought about them wrong.
I'm
By the
probably
way,
wrong.
you're about to be drinking out of these little head-sized barrel-shaped things with handles. There's 5 empty ones on the table now, and he reaches under and pulls out somehow an even larger pitcher. This one is a barrel shape with a spout on it, and he begins to fill up each of the. How many beers? How many of you are having one of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. All good. That makes life easy.
Yeah.
And he fills up all 6 of them because he pulled out one for himself, and he grabs his the least full of all of them and pushes the others out towards you, and he holds them up and says, "To a fine hunt and to the nameless daggers."
Nameless dagger.
Yeah, nameless dagger.
I bet I can drink this faster than all of you. Glug glug. glug.
No way.
Glug 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 glug.
Great. Now she's gonna barf up a hairball or something. I don't know.
If anybody wants to compete to see who finishes first,
Frez is definitely competing.
it's
Concheck.
a constitution save
Hell yes, I'm in this.
or check.
Is it a check
Oh
or is
no.
it a save?
Checker.
You know,
I guess
Tell-
it's a save.
Chell looks so impressive on paper.
The RNG gets involved.
Yeah.
I got
You got a
13.
3?
I got a 3.
6. Oh shit, I won with a
I got
6.
a 5.
I got a 13.
You did good though.
Freaking Aussie, man.
Want to hold my liquor.
Half of you, as you're speed drinking, start losing percentages of it around both sides of your mouth, and it spills down and onto your shirt, begins to soak into your clothing. All but Ding, who really is able to keep most of it down. The guzzle on Ding does not stop. Guzzle, guzzle, gulp, guzzle, guzzle, gulp, guzzle, guzzle, gulp. And he is easily the first one done. The rest of you still have half tankards by the time he's already at the bottom of his first.
This is difficult.
Is that all you got?
Well, it you have to drink, not just lap it up with your tongue.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lip it. Use your lips. You
Wait,
have
let me-
lips.
That doesn't feel right.
By the way, side note, the smallest barrel is called a pin, P-I-N. Next up is a firkin, which
A Birkin?
just sounds adorable, but
That's gonna be the name of my next character.
Freaking love him.
firkin.
That's
Oh,
freaking
kitty
great.
cat. We'll civilize you one day.
I'm
Uh,
very civil.
You are in the very center of the entire outpost. The monster's maw is around you in every direction. There's something you could explore. There are a pair of long stables between the footbridge over the stream and where you are now. There are the 8 towers, each one having its own bathhouse and rental residence at the bottom and security tower at the top.
Hmm.
We've got the bonfire area, people out doing activities. A lot of people are still out working. You guys finished your job and came back, and you're enjoying watching people straggle in now. Some tending to injuries, others carrying their spoils, and still others looking dejected and clearly paid 3 gold to get in, and we all know what that means.
Paid.
Oof.
What
Alright.
would you like to do with your afternoon and your evening?
If I can go, I want to, like, while we're at the bar, Chell, like, calls the bartender over and it's like, hey, does this outpost have a post, like a post office, a place where you can send like a messenger or anything like that?
Yeah, General Store handles messages. About once a week, we've got an official. Whoa!
Whoa,
Uh-oh.
poltergeists, the ghost.
Cat?
Yes, she's petting herself on the handle of the tripod. She's going.
It's because
Amazing.
she's not getting enough love.
It's true. It's because
Mm.
she's over there and I'm over here, and every time she comes over here, I go back.
Be nice.
All right. Thanks. I appreciate the info, and she tosses him she tosses him 2 silver tip, by the way.
He catches in a single hand both of them because they fly close together, and he manages to catch both. What was the question he just answered for you? The cat took my.
At the post office, the post.
Oh yeah. So he explained general stores where you go for that, and there's a weekly run back to the main city that attaches to the main post.
Well, I guess they'll be able to answer that. I was wondering how far away we are from the next run, but yeah, I'll ask. Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you, but it's a sure bet they'll know for sure over there.
And I'll let everybody else go, but I have some other stuff that Chell would like to do.
Okay. What's up, folks?
You want to hang out? You guys want to do something?
Yeah,
Go
okay.
shopping?
I'm down. I've got nothing else
Yeah.
to do.
I kind of wouldn't
maybe I
mind
should-
going over to the bonfire a little later, but I want to stop in at the general store. Yeah,
We'll meet
really
you there
quick,
later.
but you know, yeah, I'm here. I'm having my drink. It's cool.
We could probably go. I want to check out the armory, just for fun.
That'd be awesome. I'd
See
love
if
to.
they've got anything cool.
You know, we could have a
I'll go with you.
shopping episode. That's cool.
That'd be
I don't
fun.
have
And then
much
maybe
to look at
later
there,
we could
but-
have dinner by the bonfire. I'm sure we could get some food. I've got some perfectly good
Maybe.
organs.
Hey,
I
we've
Maybe we
got
can make some
you
new
know,
friends.
8 new gold pieces burning a hole in our pocket, I guess. Yeah.
Let's go figure it out then, shall we? Glug, 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 glug.
Go, 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 go.
So
You drain your free beverages. Your second free beverage. You've yet to pay for one in this tavern, and now that you've drained your little barrels of beverage, where are you going next? Where are you as a group walking? Or what's your plan?
Joe wants to go to the general store, like
I was
at the earliest possible convenience.
Would you like to
I was
break up or
following
walk
Alan.
as a group?
I feel like it's gonna be goofy because I feel like Chell's gonna go off first and be like, "Okay, I'll see you later," and then all of us are gonna be like, "Okay, see you later," and then follow Chell to the general store.
Is it? What time of day is it? Is it late? It's getting kind of late, isn't it?
It's 4 or 5. 5 and 6 is when the last of the stragglers should be coming in. 7 and 8 are when people that weren't expected to come back. After that, people are expected to be kind of hunkered down out in the darkness, waiting for the light again. Outside of the outpost, at least.
You know, I wouldn't mind getting a bath too while we're here, because I'm gross. I'm not gonna. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but
I could.
there's a
I would
lot
love
of
bear.
blood and gore going on out there.
Would you like a room? May overheard. We've got 10 small rooms upstairs, and there's also the bathhouses at each of the safety stations. You
I
can
think
rent bathhouse time if you just want to bathe, or you can get a room if you want to sleep in a nice bed tonight. You've earned it, right? You got the coin.
Hmm.
Maybe we
mean,
could
I
save
might
up
just-
just a little bit.
What
I
is
might just go to the bathhouse. I don't think I want a room. We already have a tent.
yeah? How much just to take a bath for now?
Bathhouse, your whole adventuring party can have access for an afternoon, and it's just a gold for the group of you.
It's not too bad.
No, we like to keep everybody clean and healthy if we can. We don't want to charge too much for that. Just enough to cover supplies.
You know what, gang? I would gladly shell out for a little material comfort right now, because this tent city is not for me. I'm telling you that.
I mean, sure, I could go for some relaxation.
Where are you guys camped? Which station are you sleeping at?
4.
Oh, 4. Yeah,
Four.
that's one of the nicer ones. If you want to head over and just head to the bathhouse at the bottom of the tower, knock on the
Sure.
door, and somebody will be in there that can act as an attendant. Happy to
Sure,
take your
sure.
coin.
Got a few things to do before we go out that way, though. Is that cool?
Oh yeah, it's
Thanks
your
for the help.
time.
Really helpful.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Is this the bartender talking?
May.
Okay, we're still there. Yeah, May.
Well, feel free to come back. It's nice to meet you guys. This is the
Yeah.
kind of place where everybody knows who you are.
Yeah, and they're always glad we came.
We're usually pretty happy that
May.
you're here. Yeah.
Cool, cool.
They remember our name, at least like our group name.
Nameless daggers.
That
Our
is
name.
who we are.
Our name, which is nameless.
There is none, but there are daggers.
Nameless daggers, and she goes looking at her.
Yeah. 4 or 5 of the other people that are in there cheer
Ah,
along
and
with
they're
you.
like,
All right, let's go.
All right, I'm gonna stop over here at the general store real quick and take a minute.
You exit the center door and walk to your left, and that takes you to the store that's on the right-hand side when you're facing the front, and that is the Five Below. You are at essentially a Walmart Walgreens hybrid.
Man, I hope they have some cheap Bluetooth headsets,
I could go for some of those.
some fleece pajama bottoms.
I hope you need a phone charger shaped like a
Candy
potato.
and a beach towel.
You open the door and you see a rather large human. No hair, no facial hair, no hair on the head, and 2 big gold earrings, one on each ear, near the bottom. And when you walk in, he turns from his small stool that he's seated on. You thought he was standing, but he's seated on this little tiny stool made for maybe a gnome. He looks over at you, and he watches you walk in and watches you watch him, and he says, "Don't steal nothing."
We look like thieves. Chell ironically asks.
Don't steal nothing.
Okay,
All right, I can
You got string here.
okay.
work with that.
Got
There's
string?
stuff to buy, but make sure to pay for it.
I mean,
Hey,
that's
listen.
my intention.
Do you run the post as well?
No.
The mail? Who does? They told me that there's a post, like the message delivery here.
He doesn't speak, but he does grunt and point towards the front. You've encountered a person on a stool at the entrance here before, and it was a different person at the time.
V or Vin or Vin, something with a V.
This time the person is much less I guess welcoming. It's like the opposite of the Walmart greeter.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome.
Don't worry about the mask.
Nice. Hi. The fine gentleman back here mentioned that you might be in charge of the post service.
Oh yes, absolutely. We run a mail service out of here. What kind of message are you sending? Are you wanting to send a magical message or
I didn't
paper and
know
pencil?
that was an option. What? Magical messages?
Yeah.
That's
If you can describe the recipient well enough, it's a premium service. It's a premium platinum level, you might say.
That
But we're
sounds
certainly able to do that.
expensive. How much is it? Like, okay, first of all, okay, what are the rates?
Where do you want to send a message? There's a lot of questions involved in
Well, I would like to send it to my insert city name here, hometown.
Oh, that shouldn't be too bad. That's within 500 miles of here.
Right.
We charge by the 25 miles. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 units. So that's silver minus the 1. The cheapest we could do it would be 2 gold, but it would be hand delivered to the recipient, and it would take 3 weeks to arrive. There are services that would get it there faster. They would cost significantly more, but we could have it there in a week, but they wouldn't be taking multiple pieces, so you'd be paying the whole salary.
That's so much.
There's a cheaper version if you don't mind it taking maybe a year. We put it in the not Russian pile.
That's crazy. That is insane. You know what? Do you sell like paper? Do you sell stationery? Can I
Sure.
just let me just get I'll write it. I'll bring it back later. Just how much?
Many sheets of paper are you looking for?
I think just one. Just one.
Oh, you don't make mistakes?
Just one.
And you have a pen?
No.
4 silver, and I'll give you 2 pieces of paper and a quill and a little bit of ink. That's a exceptionally good deal because I know that we're going to make money off you mailing with us.
Oh, okay.
Assuming you are. Otherwise, I'm going to charge full price for the ink.
Yeah, of course. Where else? I mean, is there any other message delivery service around? I don't think so.
Just people running away from us. You could try and hand it off to one of them.
Wow, that's oof. Okay. Yeah, no, that's just give me the paper.
They are not reliable at all. He hands you 2 pieces of paper that are in pretty good shape, a little worn on the edges, but the center is solid and unmarred. And he hands you a feather, which is still kind of fresh, clipped, and ready to soak up some ink, and a tiny little vial of indigo ink. It looks like black, but it's a deep, deep blue.
Nice, classy. I like it. Okay, thanks.
That's the operation.
I'll bring this back tomorrow, maybe.
Okay. Is there anything else I can help you with? You or your friends? We got a whole store full of stuff, and if you got the coin,
I'm
pretty set.
I might like to buy some I don't know, camping equipment type stuff. I really maybe get like a
That's a good idea.
A bag with some tools in it. Like I don't have any torches or anything, you know.
Somebody didn't take the basic equipment.
You don't have torches?
No.
Oh,
Imagine not having 20 torches.
I can't listen. My entire family is giants, and like the torches they give me were too big. It was like a club. I hold it with 2 hands.
I understand that. Well, yeah, I could go for some like survival supplies too. I'll follow Dingle.
Get like an explorer's pack or something.
I just want to look, to be honest.
Blessed goodness gracious. I'm almost there. So you each want one of these kits.
I mean, I'd like to at least see what's inside first.
Sure. I'm not going to force you to buy something if you don't want it. It's 10 gold pieces, and it comes with a bedroll. Now this is all stuffed into a backpack. So there's a bedroll, mess kit for eating, tinderbox for fires,
Okay.
10 torches.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good deal. 10 days of rations. So if you need some grub, you could eat out of there. Water skin for putting in water. And looks like you also get, looks like you get 50 feet of rope strapped on the inside.
That sounds pretty
on
good.
On the side of it. It's 10 gold pieces, and is that one for each of you?
Yeah, I'll take one for sure. I don't know if you guys want to spend all that already
All
after
right.
just getting it.
He hands you an explorer's pack that has all those things, and you can easily add that in D&D Beyond and subtract your 10 gold pieces that you paid for that, because he takes it, bites one of them, says, I love the taste of gold, and sticks it in his box. Was there another one? Did you want to buy one as well?
You got string.
Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah. Anybody else? We got a whole store full of stuff.
String?
Oh my gosh.
Sure. String for tying up parcels or for sewing?
Parcels.
Okay.
Long.
Yeah, well, I've got a 30-foot twine ball right here. It cost you a gold and 5 silver. It's a very strong twine.
What color?
It changes color. Goes from red to blue with a transition of purple, and then back to red and blue and purple. It looks like a dye job went wrong. It's not one color or another.
I'll take it.
All right, that'll be gold and 5 silver, and you can always tip me.
I'm okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys later. And
Oh my.
come get me when you go to the bathhouse. And she's gonna go to the tent. You just see her.
Well, at least we have our team mascot. Right, Macadocious?
Alice retires to the tent, and where would the rest of the party like to go? The 4 members and Macadocious.
Were we gonna go to the armory?
Macadocious is a member.
armory?
No, it's a separate store. Yeah, we can go over to the armory. That would be cool. See what they've got.
Yeah.
Armory's on the left-hand side when you're facing the structure, the tavern in the middle, and the 5 below on the right-hand side. So on the left-hand side where the armory was, that's where Nick was standing in the doorway before, but he seems to be inside or elsewhere. If you walk over and open the door, this does not swing like the doors that you saw before. This has a handle. You've got to open it and walk inside. Little bell tinkles, tinkle jingles, little bell sounds.
Good thing the cat's not here for that.
Right? They would take 10 minutes. You guys walk in, the 4 of you, and you see Nick behind the counter, and he straightens up when you walk in, and there's a little bit of excitement on his face because he loves, well, you assume it's because he loves seeing customers come in. And he beams at the 4 of you and says, welcome, welcome, welcome. I got a whole room full of various weaponry and armor. If you need anything, let me know. I'm gonna make you a deal that you can't say no to. And if you're looking to sell anything, I am always willing to give bottom dollar.
I have no doubt.
So are
What's
you
it-
buying today or selling? You
What's
having
a
good luck or
dollar?
bad?
I'm kind of just looking. I'm not really. I'm browsing, you know.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Well, feel free to browse. Feel free to take a look around.
Okay.
As you
Put down.
as you do look around, you see a smattering of almost every type of weapon. All of them are mediocre at best. You've got
Thought so.
some with visible rust, some that are clean with no rust. We see everything from nets and tridents, like you saw earlier today, short swords and long swords, crossbows and longbows, bolts for all these items, and cases filled with different length and different qualities of dagger, dart, throwing star. There's a set of boomerangs even on the wall.
Wow.
We've got many
at
different
those.
types of weapon, and all of them seem pretty well broken in, we could
Hmm.
say. As you're looking around, Nick sees you looking with displeasure at some of these, and he says, keep in mind, these are all the weapons that we leave out for the regular adventurers. For our platinum level adventurers, we have one other extra room,
Hmm.
and it is filled with some rather impressive artifacts. A couple magic items, even that were sold to us from some unlucky hunters that don't have your skills clearly, and maybe you can gain from their loss if you bring in a few more big contracts. I am hopeful for you guys, but it's not easy to maintain a winning streak.
How does one achieve platinum status?
Good question.
Well, if you find yourself in one of the top 10 groups in line in the morning, you'll know you've arrived. It means you have access to some of the big bounties and some of the large value monsters that people at the back of the line don't have access to.
That isn't that. So that's not just a matter of getting up earlier in the morning.
No, you line up by rank.
Hmm.
And this isn't an insult, but you started at the end of the line today, I imagine. You
Yeah, and
had
we bagged a couple of bison.
you
That
did, and
bumps us up a bit, huh?
that's admirable. It absolutely is. That is one of the lower tier uh, jobs that are out there, but as you keep knocking away at those, you're going to climb up higher and higher and get closer to those other tiers. You took a bronze level job today, and you made good coin for it. Uh, did I hear correctly that you actually brought in double your contract? You had to
Yeah.
you had to help
Yeah.
out a fallen party. That's very impressive. Uh,
It
and fortunate. It doesn't happen every day, but if you can be careful with that windfall and stretch it, you'll need it to last longer before your next one comes in. You could really be on your way to platinum level in just a few days. It wouldn't take long for you to climb the ranks if you're fortunate and lucky and you work hard. A lot of people here get a little coin in their pocket, and I see it just go right to their lazy heads. All of a sudden, they don't feel like they need to work, and they stay here and spend all their money and end up broke. It's a thing I've seen happen over and over. I hope you guys don't fall into that trap.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't plan on it.
You'll
I'd
know our
love to.
names.
I'd love to have you. I'd love to give you access to the platinum room. I believe that there's some stuff in there that would be exciting for you.
sounds pretty neat.
I go in there and touch stuff sometimes. It's one of my favorite little guilty pleasures.
Hmm.
I'm
Yes.
Goblin friend?
Yeah, I don't know if this is something he would say. Yeah, I'm interested in three things, and I just wanted to kind of ask you the price of them so I can either think about buying them now or think about buying them tomorrow. That's
Okay.
a sword, a dagger, and those sweet boomerangs right there. Now, if anyone else wanted them too, I'm not extremely hooked on
I
them. But
knew.
I think I could do some cool tricks for them. I don't know. If anyone else buys them, as long as I can use them, that's fine with me.
It's cool. I had a hunch you'd go. You'd have
I
your
don't
eye
know.
on those.
I think if they come back to me like the myths say, I think I can do some cool stuff.
Are they loud? Are they boomerangs?
I don't think they make noise.
Mm,
I think that's just a coincidence.
Alice isn't there. Parker was
yeah.
making a joke. Fuck you, Dingle.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alma.
So let's take a look at these one at a time. First up, we've got the
I'm sorry. You're good.
short sword.
Yeah.
If we're buying, are we buying or selling?
I'm buying.
Okay, well, 12 gold pieces for
12 gold, okay.
a short sword. It's in pretty good condition.
Alrighty.
And if you're looking for a dagger, that should be a little easier to lay hands on. Those would be 3 gold pieces. I can take 5 gold for 2 if you're interested.
Okay. And then what about the boomerangs?
Those little special guys. I thought about putting them in the platinum room.
Okay.
It's 25 for the pair, 25 gold for the pair. If you'd like, I could do 15 for an individual, but I hate to break the pair.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either. Honestly, I'm thinking about. I do need another short sword, so you may see me in the next few days in for that. Boomerangs, maybe at some point, but I definitely will be giving you 3 gold for that third dagger.
Well, if you find yourself with a little extra time on your hands, I could pay you for a little side work. I got a couple people that owe me some coin, and they're a little hard to find right now. If you were able to bring them to me,
Yeah, I could do that. That may or may not be something I can have the skill set for.
well, if this is something you'd be interested in doing, I'd kind of like to keep it on the DL because I don't like people knowing that I'm hiring off the books. But can you come by and see me right when the sun is setting, and I'll give you a contract?
Yeah, that works. That works for me. But for now, I'll give you this 3 gold. And Frez holds out 3 gold coins.
He takes all 3 and puts them in a pocket. And these are this is for the 12 gold piece short sword,
For the dagger.
leaving you with 9. I would say that if you can bring me 2 of the miscreants that owe me coin, I could call it even and hand you that short sword.
Oh, well, I was planning on paying you for the dagger now.
Oh, you're taking the
Yeah,
single dagger?
and then I'll maybe save up and pay for the short sword with the money I make from that or my missions tomorrow.
Okay. He runs it over his fingers like he's done it a million times because he has, and flips it the last few times and hands it to you. It is a standard dagger. The handle seems to be made of wood, and the grain that's running through it is layered in a way that makes it almost seem like it's writing, but it's not. You stare at it for quite a while, and you can tell it's just grain. The blade itself is nice and sharp, and a little bit longer than a standard dagger, but it definitely falls under the category of dagger.
Word. All right, yeah. Frez kind of holds on to it and is contempt. Thank you, sir. I appreciate this, and I will be seeing you later.
Okay, I look forward to it. I'm gonna appreciate the help getting those people to at least come and face me, even if they don't have the money. They got to face me.
Yeah, man.
Can I help anybody else with any purchases here at the old armory?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be rude, but could you go loiter outside of here? I get a little anxious. I mean, you're welcome to window shop, but you just seem to be done shopping, so I'm not sure what we're supposed to do next.
Apparently, we look like thieves around here. I don't get that.
Oh, it's not you, it's everybody.
Hmm.
You live in a place with desperate people, and you get used to desperate actions.
I see. Well, we're not desperate people. We're winners. You'll see.
Dub.
Oh, I've already
Damn.
seen. I've already seen and heard.
We're going to be making a name for ourselves. Well, as much
We'll
of
be
a
the
name as we can make, since we're the nameless daggers.
we'll be the named daggers.
Be the well-known nameless daggers, which
Well,
might be an oxymoron. I
Don't
think I
change
should-
your name. That'll invalidate some of your contracts.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Fine,
bye,
then.
everybody.
All right.
See you
See you,
later.
man.
As you walk out, you see 3 Loxodons and a halfling trying to walk in the door that you're walking out. As you walk out, the last of you is probably Nala. Nala, I'm going to say, holds the door, and the Loxodons file in one at a time, followed by the halfling who takes the door from Nala and looks at her and nods kind of wearily and follows the 3 Loxodons inside. As the door is slowly swinging shut, you hear you're not sure who is saying it, but you hear a deep rumbling voice say, "How much can I get for this sword that was my grandfather?" And the door closes.
Oh,
Um, the rest of you are out on the front porch, and you see people milling about in the area where the bonfire is. The sun's a little bit lower, on the verge of setting. We're entering a time that is dusk. Yep, we've got back at the tent, we've got Alice playing with string. You can't see it, but she's having an absolute blast. The 4 of you are, and Macadocious, are
It's 5. There's 5. 5. Macadocious is a person.
Macadocious included means
New
there's
person.
5. And
I
you
thought
are
he was
on
a
the front
dog.
porch watching the world unfold around you.
I don't know what kind of dogs they have where you guys are from, but
interesting looking ones. I guess.
Macadocious, look around. Look at this group. We got a goblin. We've got this cat person, this dragon girl. I don't even know. And then, I mean, a human. And then,
All right.
I mean, me.
He's
But
unique on his own.
is he really that weird?
Thank you,
He's
Frizz.
a person.
It's very
Yeah.
kind.
Of course.
As you stand on the porch and look at the world around you, and you see a couple groups of people begin their evening routine. Some people drinking deep in their cups already, others rolling bones and gambling on the outcome, others playing card games on small little portable tables. And as you're soaking all of that in and realizing that where you are is maybe not such a bad place, and maybe the kind of place where you can make some coin and a name for yourself. And it's at that time that you hear somebody running up to you, and you hear, "Nameless, nameless," and you look and you see Scree the goblin wearing his black and approaching. And as he gets close to you, he says, "Guys, they're gonna take me and send me to the mines. I paid. They said I owe more money. You gotta hide me."
How do
And you see a couple of large, what look like angry bouncers in the distance, various race and size that you can't quite discern, lumbering in the direction that you are. And Scree looks up at you and says, "Please hide me, please." And right there is when we're going to stop. You can decide what you're going to do with Scree over the next
Wow.
7 days. At
Scree!
six
No,
days and
that's-
22
Scree.
minutes. Or
7.
22 hours, we will
What
get
the
back
hell?
together and play the next episode
Oh man.
of Heroes March, the Tuesday Campfire Quest. You know what it is. You're here watching with us. Before you leave and before we go raid somebody and decide who that is, could you take a second right now, stay with us, because we're going to raid somebody and make their day. Also, join our Discord. Scroll down. It's right below where we're talking right now. There's a button.
Yeah.
Join the Discord. When you show up, we'll all say hi and make you feel welcome. And while you're at it, you might as well go locate us on Twitch. And no, you already did that. Twitter, and Instagram. We are Campfire Quest. No hyphens, no spaces. Everywhere you look, that's who we are. Boy, Blue Box is doing well, aren't you? Good job, Blue Box.
Drake
Happy
Takes
for you.
looks like they just started. They've got 0 on theirs.
Let's hook Drake Takes up again.
And I sent you one, Jason, but we can also do Drake Takes because.
Oh no, what's yours? I like it. I missed you last time.
It's just a friend of mine named May. She's playing Minecraft right now.
Oh,
I love it.
Minecraft.
We have a Minecraft server for Tontolin, so let's go say hi to this Minecraft streamer.